live, back on Twitch. Here we go again. We are with a small crew tonight for Voyage of the Fallen Star.
Is that a halfling joke? How dare you?
Says our resident halfling. Which is none other than Bungo Barley Brook. How are you today, aside from Snappy?
I'm doing great. We're making our way up this spire here, and every step brings us closer to perhaps solving the mystery of Scarlet Kate's treasure.
Oh, yes.
Which me and the ghost in my
quest.
head are real happy about. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Magnus Barrelblock.
Exactly. Me and Magnus, we've got our eyes on the prize. These other people, whatever.
Right. And you almost, took a tumble last time you went after a prize during last session, right?
Almost.
Almost.
But I didn't, so
You didn't.
luck of the halflings prevails. And we got a really nice shiny ring out of it.
Big ring. More like a necklace for your size.
Yeah. Don't imagine like a finger ring. Imagine like a Sonic the Hedgehog ring when I say that.
Yeah. All right.
So, yes.
Kylum, played by Mark.
Hey, Kylum here. Yeah, I think I'm excited to go up this spire. Kind of been interested in this is kind of a challenge that is something that is ahead of us, right? This thing's been kind of looming over us while we've been here, and I want to get to the top and see what's up. Maybe not for Scarlet Kate's treasure. I don't think that speaks to me per se as much as the journey itself.
What about the red dragon that wants you guys to go up to the top? Is that motivating you at all?
It's motivating in the sense that I would not like to die. So I mean that's important. Is mortality is always a threat and a challenge and inspires many human and elven actions. But I think that if we weren't going there anyway, I think we'd find a way around the red dragon problem. I think we'd run away or something equivalent to that, or knowing our party not run away could also be an option, and maybe get murdered pointlessly.
Nearly.
Yeah.
But
I think that it's important. We do have reasons to go up there, right? The dragon wants us to go up there, but also Scarlet Kate's treasure is related to it. And I don't know if there's a third thing.
The compass also points.
Right, the compass points to it. And that's the one I really care about, right? Is that we got to find what the compass is pointing to. That's the whole goal of our quest, is that we've got this compass that points us where to go to find the pieces of the star.
Right.
And right now,
3 pieces so far. Here, I'll pull it up for everyone at home. So you see, you have three gems across the top of this nice compass here, and that grant it a bunch of different abilities, right? Whether to detect magic or locate creatures or whatever. As long as you're touching it and basically concentrating, you get to use those abilities. So that's pretty cool. And right, what the compass is pointing to is astral star metal, right? These little fragments are shards of a falling star that had fallen away out west over the Great Sea, which is why you're all here in the first place. It's following the course of that star and hopefully gaining the wish said to be granted in the end.
What are you doing, Ray?
This is me pointing at a star.
Oh, you're pointing at the star.
Yeah. It's the mighty star which we follow.
Yeah, the vortex, I think,
Yeah, Discord just made it a little wonky.
All right, and Captain O'Marin, played by Austin.
O'Marin, I think, was having a bad time of climbing up last session. I don't know. I think he might be happy to be an elf again.
Well, he was helping out Varanus, the unfortunate, almost bit in half dragonborn. Wrath of that red dragon and all. Yeah, so you decided to transform into a goat, right? Giant goat, being very nimble on these rocky and uneven trails that circle slowly around the spur. So to remind everyone where we are, You are at Giant's Spur, a towering construction, basically an island mountain that was then built up and up and up and passes beyond the cloud barrier at the top of the sky. So you cannot see the top of this spire, and yet you have endeavored to climb it. The only other regular people who climb the spire are the pilgrims of the oarsmen, a minor deity of safe sea passage, but also, though he watches over those who have died at sea or been lost at sea. And frequently, those on pilgrimages to this holy site are making offerings on behalf of someone they lost or someone that is still on a journey, perhaps. And of course, Bungo, you've also remembered that the Giant Spur, legends have it that was constructed by a cloud giant queen, a plane where she could be reunited with a lost love.
Very romantic.
Yes. And so that's what the spur represents to even the, sort of the people of the pilgrims of the oarsmen, right? This, if you make this pilgrimage, this ascension, right, you are hopefully going to reunite with your love at some point. But speaking of which, after grabbing that nice piece of treasure last time, you guys rounded the mountain a little higher. I also noted, or did the math, you guys climb about 3,500 feet yesterday. So that's each day you climb about 3,500 feet in elevation, in addition to sort of circumnavigating the mountain. Right,
and how many
spire.
days have we been climbing?
This is the morning of the 2nd. You've only been up on one day so far. Yeah. So the spire, you guys are up very high, right? The wind is constantly whipping at you up here. Though, it's not anything dangerous at the moment. And so you have come to this fissure, right, in the spur that seems to happen, and a rope bridge has been put across it, long ago, and it seems this is one of the regular paths that the pilgrims take. But as you were approaching, you saw, as this leading pilgrim tried to step out onto the bridge started shaking wildly, and he was thrown back onto the cliffside. And all the, these three pilgrims are, moaning and intoning to the oarsmen, "Oh, what can we do to give your favor for passage? Mighty oarsmen, please show us a sign." And yeah, so these folks seem to be having very much difficulty crossing this bridge. As you approach.
So he they were crossing it, and then it just started shaking.
So I basically stepped out onto it, right? And as soon as he started walking more than like 5 feet out, the bridge starts like gyrating, right, as if caught in a heavy wind, right? But
but what I'm getting at is, I didn't notice any wind, right?
Right. Exactly. Okay. Yeah. Or nothing strong enough to cause that sort of.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. I can't explain the nature of.
It moved unnaturally. We'll say that. Yeah.
Well, I guess first thought is let's examine the bridge and see if there's some sort of mechanism or perhaps the evidence of an enchantment or something on it.
Sure. You can give me, perception or investigation. What do you sort of?
I'm just perceiving. I'm not looking. I'm not running my hands over it. I'm not really seeing it. I'm just looking for what's up.
Yeah.
I see anything weird. 21.
You do see something weird, in fact. Beneath the bridge, sort of huddled and, sort of clamped on under the wooden slats, you see three, well, elemental beings of some sort. Mephits. That are, sort of, they seem to be almost laughing to themselves.
Well, at
As
least
they-
this method,
yeah.
this madness. I thought Austin was going to enjoy that one.
Well, I'll go ahead.
All right, so,
and-
well, this is what you see them, Kylos, they're sort of, out, sort of, under the bridge, and as soon as, the guy stepped out onto it, you assume they start just, like, rocking it.
And of course, I show the methods to the Omar and Bungo. Like,
Do you tell the pilgrims?
Just point of clarification: is this water or a massive chasm?
Both.
Okay.
I mean, there's water underneath it, right?
Yeah, but how far is the water under the bridge, I guess is my question.
3,500 feet or so.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
right. I like where your head's at, but
We probably shouldn't fall.
Yeah, good call.
Just making sure we're all on the same page.
We definitely are.
great orders, Captain.
Well, yeah, we should definitely warn them about the Mephits. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
these are mischievous creatures who are certainly going to try and tip this gentleman 3,500 feet to his doom.
And so, almost as if they hadn't noticed you before, so swept up they were with their words to the oarsmen. Wow, I lost a word there. They're like, more pilgrims, perhaps. Perhaps you will have better luck crossing this bridge. The oarsman doesn't seem to favor our offerings.
The oarsman works in mysterious ways. This way seems to be a trio of methods under the bridge. By the way, they're shaking it whenever any of us tries to cross.
What? Damnable creatures. Sure. Well, they look around. All of them, each of them carries, the only weaponry they seem to have is like a single oar, right? Maybe, also a dagger too, but they're like, well, any chance you would be able to clear the way for some weary travelers?
Well, we'll try to come up with a plan. I don't know, Captain. You got a plan?
I mean, we just kill these things from range, right? What's the plan?
What if we damage the bridge?
Yeah, that's my concern.
I mean, are we gonna damage the bridge if we shoot crossbows at them?
What kind of bridge is this? How sturdy is this?
It's a great point. Pulling my crossbows out.
Right. So the bridge definitely looks sturdy. It's been here for a while.
Okay.
The planking seems, good. Maybe there's a few of them that have a little rot or a little too much weathering.
I actually do think crossbows would punch through relatively weak wood. But that's.
But structurally damaging them?
No.
Yeah.
No. It'd be more. You'd have to worry more about slashing weapons, right? That would cut ropes or things like that, or fire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good start. Bungo, do you have a good bead on?
It's got a good bead. I'm a sharpshooter.
Pew pew.
Yeah, like from here I'm like easy range. Like I could just start lighting them up.
I was wondering if maybe they had cover because they were under the bridge.
They do, but Bungo is a sharpshooter.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's cover.
Oh well, I was just thought you were.
All right. So Bungo, they see you as you draw your obvious weapons. They are gonna react. So
sure.
We could all
roll initiative.
Roll initiative.
All right, let's do it.
Something did just occur to me. What if they just cut the bridge?
Well, you could make a knowledge roll about sorry, not
That's true. Maybe they
methods.
wouldn't survive. I don't know. Yeah.
Right.
I'd think
You
about
don't know what kind of. Actually, you did perceive really well. So I will say, yes, these mephits. So mephits are elemental beings, right? They're small, usually mischievous, right? They don't tend to be too, difficult to deal with. Elemental energy, and from what these look like salt methods, right? So they've been, they were generated by the energies, right, of the continuous salt air and the washing of the waves on the spire, you imagine. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure if that answers how
Well, I'm just
good. Yeah, it's interesting though.
giving you more information to do with what you will. But anyway, the captain is up first.
All right. Well, the captain is gonna sort of walk pretty close to the edge, like reasonably as close to the edge as he can, and he will use a bit of a thorn whip to try to pull them closer.
Mm. Well, so they are under the bridge. So yeah,
under the bridge. Okay,
yeah,
then I'll be ready in action for when if they come above the bridge, I will thorn whip them closer to me.
Try an acrobatics check if you wanted to try and lean over and.
Oh, we'll wait. They'll come to us.
All right, Bungo.
Bungo. All right, I will pop off some crossbow bolts. Let's take a shot at, I guess, the closest one. I'll go for a guy in the middle.
He's actually closer, it looked like.
Yeah, he is.
Range-wise.
Yeah, exactly. So, here we go.
I guess they're not all in their squares.
No, that's the offhand. Oh, actually, Captain, should I boomstick him? Or is the boomstick too dangerous?
We'll just pew pew them. They're little guys. Don't worry about it.
All right. All right. There's the primary. There's the offhand.
All right. Both hits. There you go.
Nice.
All right. 6 damage. Yeah.
That's good for me. Doesn't seem like we need to go too big for these guys.
No. So yeah, they you stick a couple of those crossbow bolts, and you can see the mephic, and a bunch of just salt starts spurting out, right, in like a geyser almost from its skin, that like ejects the crossbow bolt.
Anybody have any pork? Pork? Anybody?
Well, salt your
here.
pork. All right. Any movement? You good?
No, I'm good. I'll just stay where I am. Actually, you know what? Let's be safe. I will step away from the cliff.
Sure. Seems like a good plan.
Yeah.
All right. Captain, you have your reaction as the first mephit emerges.
All right, I'm gonna do that little with the
thorn whip.
With the thorn whip.
That is a hit.
Shot.
Wow. All right, you pull him.
I'm gonna pull him and basically like tell this pilgrim next to me, like try to like push him down and back against the wall behind.
All right, I'll slap him with the oar and just beat him down onto the rope bridge. All right, so the mephit, you pull him in unexpectedly. It's like, ah! I wasn't expecting that, but that's okay because it gives off a little blinding breath. So it just spews a bunch of salt right at the captain. And, well, he can't get this guy, I don't think, if he goes for the other 3. Well, he'll just get these 3, I guess. Yeah. So, dexterity saving throws, if you please. Or actually just from the captain, sorry.
The captain is used to getting salt spray in his eyes. Doesn't help him this time, but he's used to it.
Now, so you were blinded.
Oh no.
Yeah, so you were, I mean, you're used to getting salt in your eyes, but this is like concentrated, you know, almost acidic levels of salt. Yeah. But you repeat the save at the end of your turns to the effects. So he's like, ha, gotcha! The two they shielded their eyes with their robes, and they're like, oh, we'll help you! We'll use our oars somehow. The next one emerges. He's gonna charge, well, he's gonna be like, you think you're so good sticking people with things? And he sends out assault spray, more directed at Bungo.
Oh no.
But I think a 10 misses.
It does.
Yeah.
Right into the chain shirt. Bink.
You need to get that just nice bit of salt on there you can lick off later. This one, seeing that the captain has been blinded, rushes forward to scrape with his claws. Oh, sorry, I should have advantage, not disadvantage, but he rolled like crap. Anyway. So the captain, even in his blindness, you're just, you know, your intuition, your spatial awareness keep you safe. And that brings us to Kylum.
I run forward to protect the captain.
Running along the edge of the cliff.
Yeah, just right up there, no fear, not looking down.
Okay. He looked down. He looked down.
I said not looking down. You know, I started thinking about it though. I was like, don't worry, I'm not looking down. And then I started picturing what must be below me, and I was like, oh, that's even worse. Oh no.
I'm gonna ask for a dexterity saving throw, if you please.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, good.
Oh my.
One. Oh, good.
Goodness. You fall. You are free falling. You now get a chance. We'll pull up those free fall rules just to refresh ourselves.
Rip. So what's your next character?
I don't know.
Well, you get another dexterity saving throw as you fall. So.
Somebody cast Feather. Like we have a wizard. Can he cast Featherfall?
It's like a low-level wizard. He's like half wizard.
Well, he did save Bungo earlier, but
he burned one on me.
Oh,
they were
my gosh!
Oh my!
Holy shit!
God,
what are the fucking statistics on that?
Oh.
1
Wait, 1 in 8,000, right?
8,000? Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right. Roll me a d10.
Well, can we take a second to go over the free-falling rules?
Yeah. So, you know, we'll say you were knocked prone, right? Or the critical fumble, right?
Yep.
Was I had you make that initial saving throw.
Yes.
Right? That DC 10 dexterity saving throw.
Those DC 10, great.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I obviously have a dex stat of 5. I hope that's
Right.
not going to be... The audience at home can see these are red, but these are respectable numbers. Like, this... DC 10.
We are, yeah. You know, you don't expect it from a guy in full armor who never takes it off, but there it is.
Yeah, you wouldn't think so. Anyway, so yeah, I'm
so
falling.
roll me. So you fall 1d10 times 10 feet, and
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll roll the d10 to see how much distance I get.
Yeah.
10. Yes!
Woo!
Yes!
Love
All
to
the
see
way!
it. You love to see it.
Unbelievable.
Right before the session, for you audience members, we
Oh,
were
yeah.
discussing the merits and demerits of the inspiration / story point system we use. And Mark, of course, is not in favor of it. He likes to have the dice fall where they may. And perhaps these are the dice
As I
gods'
quote myself
answers.
earlier, it's funny when people mess up.
Sometimes you mess up real bad.
I hadn't quite pictured in mind just like randomly stumbling off a cliff. Like a video game character, just like blah, you're dead.
You just clipped a pixel too far.
Yeah.
Well, you went in for that sweet stab with the rapier, and this,
Yes.
you know, it was
Yeah, I was going in because I was going in to protect the captain. This is
And-
what it is.
yeah.
Like I
You
was
died
like,
a hero.
this is it. The captain's in trouble. Like these stupid assault methods are no match. Maybe a little overconfident. Running along
Right.
the edge. Look down just for a sec. Be like, yeah, I realize what? Ah!
Yeah.
And just plummeting straight down. The funny thing is my body is like a needle too. It's like a head first, like,
Well,
like thing. So I'm going really fast. I'm picking
This
up
is-
a lot of speed.
this is not to say you're falling directly. You're sort of bouncing along the side of the mountain a little bit,
Okay.
right? Because it is sloped, right? Because it's a wider base and narrows as it goes up. So you
Gotcha.
bounce along the side, and you take 10 damage from the fall so far.
Okay.
And then make me a strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics check to grab onto it. So you're tumbling and you're coming to the edge of a little slope and ledge. Can you grab onto it before you...
So if I roll a 1 on this, Zach is cheating. That's
Well,
because this is the acrobatics. We're gonna do acrobatics dexterity. I'm gonna use my tremendous acrobatics skill to get my feet underneath me.
Did you pay
well-trained
the extra
players.
subscription for the hacks, the dice hacks?
I somehow still rolled a 5, but acrobatics is really good, so hopefully that gets me there.
but this
12
was
is
a
not
DC
enough, right?
14 check.
14. All right.
Let's go!
So I was just like, yeah, I like, okay, years of training, decades of studying the blade, and I'm like, it's weird. I kept studying it on flat surfaces.
And roll me another 3d10.
Okay, yep.
Yep.
I also don't know if this all happens in one turn. Like, obviously.
This is...
I don't
Oh
know if
yeah, this is like...
Okay.
This is pretty fast because you're falling, right? It's like... All right, not
Not
so
so much.
bad. All right, so 110 feet in total. That you fall, and you get to make another acrobatics check if you like. This is your last chance before free fall. You missed that ledge, but luckily there's a little shrubbery that's hanging out from the side, and you
That's
see
right.
it.
So what would we say the DC is on this roll?
14.
14. Okay.
Yeah.
Want to get this one out there so the audience at home knows what to expect here. We're gonna roll. I have an acrobatics of +7. So, a lot of good rolls in this die here. Exactly 14.
Wow. At the final instant. Or you can narrate what happens.
Oh yeah, just like I'm bouncing around, getting bruised and beaten. Like stunned, not just by like the fact that I bounced off my head at one point and slid to a rock, but more stunned that this is happening at all. Just like that this is what happened today. As I woke up and fell off a mountain, and I'm just like, I didn't think this is how my life was gonna end. Everything's like flashing before my eyes about like, so much time in the woods with my parents and training and inheriting the ancestral rapier before leaving off to human things, going on my great quest, and then slipping and falling. And I see all of this happening, and I'm like, no, hang on, this is not how it ends. And I finally see it with one last burst of strength. I reach out. There's something there. I don't even know what it is. I grab on, and there's like a root of a plant, and it starts coming loose. It starts coming out. I'm like, oh no. And at the last second, it catches, and I stop, and I'm just like holding onto it like this, like feet propelling, propped up against the side of the cliff, like hanging from this root. I'm just looking at it and being like, please stay.
And
Please stay there. Don't. It's okay. Everything's okay. I'm not gonna move. Not shifting my weight. We're all cool.
And at this moment, you realize, just as all the punishment you took crashing down that hill, so you take 20 more bludgeoning damage from the
Oh, yeah.
fall.
I am battered. I am.
But you are hanging in there.
Yeah, I am conscious. That is important throughout all this. Is that this has been pretty brutal. Big bruises everywhere. Really messed up by this, but I'm hanging in and fighting through the pain. hang on to this just like one little root of some lame little grass or something that's just on this side of this mountain. Just be like, okay.
And by the way, right now, no one knows you didn't fall and die because no one can see you.
That's true. That might be the end of my turn. We might get like
Yeah, yeah.
an opportunity.
Oh, Omaran's.
Captain, it's your turn.
Yeah, Austin, it's your turn. You
Maybe
are
he knows.
blinded. If he can hear us, we could give him a pass to see what Bungo does.
Sure. So I run over to the cliff. I look down. Do I see Kylum?
Make a perception check because he
Fair
fell
enough.
far and yeah, he's.
There might have been some horizontal movement too, right? It might have
Oh.
been like a little.
All right,
Hey,
you catch
all
the
right.
glint of his armor. Speaking of which, Kylum, what happened to your sword?
Great question. So, I was drawing it as I was running.
Hmm.
So I was.
Well, you
trying to
made
get
the
it in my
attack.
hand.
You made the attack.
That's true.
Right.
I made the attack. Did
Right.
I make the attack?
Yeah, because that was the
Uh,
first one you rolled.
That was
Right.
the first one. Okay,
Right.
so I kind of went for the lunge, and I had my sword in my hand. Obviously, during the fall, something might have happened.
Maybe. Well, it could have got caught in the ropes of the bridge, perhaps.
That's possible. That's
As
possible.
you
This
sort
might
of
be like
fell.
a dice roll kind of thing of like
Mm.
1 through 5 is like it's on the bridge, 5 through 10 is like it's stuck in the side of the cliff somewhere, and then I don't know what 10 through 15 is, and then 16 through 20 is like it kept falling.
It fell. Well, we'll roll that maybe on your next turn or something.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. So yeah, Bungo, you run
Yeah,
over.
okay,
You see
so
Kylum.
I catch the glint of his armor. I will. Bardic Inspiration, does that have a range or is it just line of
I
sight?
believe it does.
Hang on, I got the. Oh, it is 60 feet.
60 feet.
So he's out of range.
Yes.
That's okay.
Okay.
You only need to fall 50 feet and you'll go there.
All right. Well, I will just shout down. Hang on, just to climb, I guess.
Can I even hear him with like the the wind and stuff? I don't-
Yeah. Right. Oops, that's your character.
Yeah. No, I'll say you can. It's only 100 feet, and Bungo's got a
I can
burly
project.
chest. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
And
okay.
then-
I'm okay.
I will just look back at the squad and be like, somehow Kylum survived. And then I will pop off some more crossbows at, let's see, I'll go for this guy over here. The guy who's farther out.
All right. That is the guy you hit before.
Oh,
by
nice.
the way.
Okay.
Yeah. First hit.
Boom and boom.
Second hit. All right. 7. All right. So this guy definitely looks pretty seriously wounded now. He doesn't look like he wants to stay in this fight, but yeah.
And I'll just peel back away from the cliff another 10 feet, especially after watching that happen. And then I'll be good.
Yeah. All right. All right. Almarin, I had held your turn, but I forgot to roll for the pilgrims against the mephits. So this is the first one. That's a miss. Oh, 1 crit. Look at
Let's
that.
go, Pilgrim.
Oh, 11 damage.
All right.
Yeah. He steps up next to you, the one that Kylum tried to attack before. He steps up next to you, Amarin. You don't know. I mean, I guess you know it's one of the pilgrims, and you just hear this resounding thud as he slams his oar into the bridge beneath your feet. But the mephit is still like, still there, flitting around. You are still blinded, right? And you know that Kylum just fell far.
How do we? Sorry, fucking everything is going on, and the
Oh.
boy just. Anyways, how do I clear this from my eyes? Like, do I think if I take my water skin and like sort of like dump my eyes out, I
Oh,
can clear
sure.
the blindness?
I mean, you'll get another save at the end of your turn automatically, but if you want to try to use an action to clear it, you can.
I would love to use an action to give me advantage on that. I think that's the best course of action.
I'll say you do it automatically with an action.
Perfect. I will do that.
All right. So you spray your water skin over, you clear away that salt. The two mephits still stand beside you, and the pilgrims are flanking you, sort of guarding you with their oars. They look like they're, they never thought about this oar really as a weapon before. It was more of a symbol for them. Yeah. Alrighty. Any bonus actions? No? Okay. The mephits. Well, this one comes over and says, "Oh, time to wonder." Oh no, he was running away. That's right. He's on low health. He's just gone. And one of these mephits hasn't done their salt breath yet. So that's what's gonna happen. So again, Omarin, make me a dexterity saving throw to avoid blindness. As will the oarsman. Wow. They rolled 19s. Oof. Try as you might. And the other one tries to grapple the pilgrim. Well, we'll see how this goes. It went almost well. So yeah, the mephit isn't able to grab a hold of the pilgrim. It's like scrabbling at him, but the pilgrim manages barely to beat him away or get dragged over the cliff. All right, Kylum, roll me a d20 to see about your sword.
11.
All right. So I'm going to say that'll be in the range of it landed on the cliff side somewhere.
All right. So it's maybe like above me somewhere.
Exactly.
All right. Whew. All right.
But you can definitely feel this root is trembling in your hands. The little pebbles and rocks and dirt are slowly trickling off the side of the face where you're holding.
So what we've been climbing has been like a path up this big cliff, this big mountain, right? And it
Yeah.
sort of like spirals up. It kind of like goes all the way around it like this.
More or less. Yeah, sometimes it goes vertically, but yeah.
Is there another level of the path that is now closer to me than the one that I was on?
No.
No, okay.
It'd be farther down. Yeah, much
Okay.
farther. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was thinking like, I could drop down and walk up or climb up to the closest one. But if the closest
I
one
mean,
is...
it's possible you could find, if there was a path, there might have been a path or a secret, but
I think the idea is that generally speaking, like the architecture of the ramp is such that like there's probably like miles between like each level of that, or not,
not
but
miles.
like hundreds and hundreds.
Yeah.
of feet.
not
Right,
miles,
big.
but like it's not like tight spiral. It's
Yeah.
like the thing itself is so big.
It's huge.
Right.
That, like
right.
just going around one way is like a lot of distance.
Yeah.
So okay. So I'm not the world's best climber. That's kind of where my head's at right now. So I'm kind of looking for like something else that I can grab onto, or something that looks like stable footing that's nearby, because I'd rather not just try to like
How nearby you
climb
talking?
my way straight back up.
Yeah. How nearby you talking? Like within 30 feet nearby?
Ideally, yes.
Yeah. Why don't you make me a perception check? Because a lot of your attention is right on that route, so it's hard to. Yeah. All
Okay,
right.
19.
All right. So yeah, you see a nice little. It was the ledge you missed. Not too far above. Yeah, that I'd say that's within 30 feet, and it'd be a stable, at least a stable footing, for the time being.
So if I can get up to there, at least I won't be like making. I wouldn't necessarily be like making climb checks or
Right.
whatever just
Not
to
yet.
stay alive.
Yeah.
Okay, but I will have to get up to that ledge.
Yes.
So I suppose that will be climbing.
Or, you know,
Yeah, I mean, there are.
you've got your magical talents too.
Yeah,
of
I do have
course.
some tricks, but a lot of them can also be done actually as bonus action stuff.
Right.
So
Right.
I could do that if things go sideways. Maybe not if like total free fall kind of sideways, but like
Right.
I'll be prepared that if I miss this climb, I will use my bonus action to face step up to it.
Sure.
But in the meantime, I will do what I can to climb my way up there with just normal old-fashioned rock climbing skills.
All right.
So athletics or
athletics.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. Here we go.
Hey, not
17.
bad. All right, so yeah, you surprise yourself and you make it up to the ledge and let out a giant sigh of relief. Now just being on at least firm footing. So that would have taken your full your action and movement to do to make it the full 30 feet. So you do have bonus action still if you.
I think all that I will do is actually just check out the damage to my armor that has been done, because I wonder if there's like some dents or anything in it from some of the rocks that I hit on the way down.
Well, I think you wear chainmail, or that's your primary.
I always thought it was more of like it's mechanically chainmail.
Oh,
more of like it's still like a full body kind of like.
Still a platey. Okay.
It's a very light plate that is better represented mechanically by chainmail than by the plate rules.
Sure. All right. Yeah, I mean, the panels are scraped up a bit, dented, in several places. Not permanently damaged. But.
All right. I take my helmet off and like look at it a little bit to see if there's anything like a big gash in it or it's bent out of shape, and then it's not, so I just put it back on.
Right. Your head kept it in shape, Yeah.
I think that's it.
Cool. All right. The pilgrims attack the Mephits. One gets another hit. And the guy right in front of Omarin is almost nearly down as well. So Bungo, you got 2 targets left, though they're a little obscured by your allies. Shouldn't be a problem though. And you're muted.
Oh, I'm muted. I was saying it shouldn't be a problem for a sharpshooter such as myself. Yeah, I will just guess I'll move a little closer. I'll take a step onto the bridge. I'll fire off my first shot at the guy in the middle there. See how this does.
Pa-pow.
4 damage.
Your bolt goes straight through him, and he disappears.
All right, and then offhand, let's see if we can get the double kill.
This guy hasn't been hit yet, so.
Oh, okay. And I probably missed.
Yeah. Yeah, the pilgrim, he's not used to this. He wasn't ready to dodge out of your crossbow shot. Oh, I deleted the initiative tracker. All right. Omarin, blinded again, standing at the edge of the bridge.
Classic Omarin.
The blind captain.
The blind captain he's gonna say fuck it. He kind of has a sense for where this last one is, right? The one that sprayed him.
I mean, yeah. And you can hear it. It's like, okay, I'm gonna pull you off.
With the net, but fuck it. He's just gonna take it. He's gonna shillelagh on his trident.
Nice.
Let me do that. And then try to
just
stab the thing with his
disadvantage because of blinded.
Giant silicate gel pillow on your couch. Honey.
Oh yeah, still hits. You just skewer that mephit and just wriggle your trident around 3 times, just eviscerating it. Good riddance. And you know, just because you wipe the salt away pretty easily. All right. So we'll stay in initiative as long as Kylum is in peril. I think. Speaking of which, I mean, you're not in peril currently.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm how many feet down again? I think it
But,
was
80 at this
80.
point.
Okay. So I've got to somehow get up 80 feet. Well, maybe I can find a way back to the path. Like maybe if there's I can find because you know I'm still on kind of the edge of a cliff and I have good footing and everything, but maybe I can find a way towards.
You want to find a route.
Yeah, like maybe
Yeah.
I look around and say like, maybe, because you know, basically I have 2 options, right? Like left and right. So, but maybe so you can see, figure like one of these might just lead back to a footpath.
Sure.
And some better footing and stuff, so I can just walk up the correct way.
So how about this one would be an investigation check, but I'll have you use wisdom. So wisdom investigation. Well.
Good thing that was wisdom. Could have been worse.
Yeah. It's all climbing. That's what you're seeing. Yeah. You know, you're. Luckily, the rock to your eye looks pretty stable.
Okay. That's good. I mean, I'll do that, but I can also, from here, I can see a bungo, right? He was earlier able to see me. So
well, he pulled back.
Sure.
So you can see Omarin because he's like sort of on the bridge and a couple pilgrims next to him.
Omarin, can you hear me? Omar, can you pass the call to Bungo? Bungo, maybe you could step a little closer so I can talk to you.
Bungo, you wander up.
Sure, yeah. I didn't realize that the Mephits were dead. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Hey, Kylum, how are things going? How's it hanging down there?
Ha! Good one. So, I was wondering if you had, I don't know, about 80 feet of rope.
Great question. I'm sure I've got a length of rope, Captain.
So you had used 50 feet. Basically, you do. You will have to tie 2 lengths of rope together, however.
As a sailor and a bosun, I must be extremely experienced with such knots.
Oh, absolutely. I think you just need a simple sheet bend. I think that's no, that shortens the rope. I don't know. I forget.
What I need here is, as they say on the seas in this world, is I need a goblin loopback knot. You know, it's a classic goblin loopback. Yeah.
For sure. All right. Those goblins, some crafty creatures.
Well, it's because it's an ugly looking knot, actually.
Oh.
But it
does the job apparently.
Well. Yeah. It's a good knot though. Strong.
Good knot. All right. So yeah, you tie that knot and you lower it down, and Kylum, you can climb with advantage.
Yes. So I'll begin making my way up very cautiously.
Tie off the other end to like the bridge post or something sturdy.
Sure.
But as I do, I'm also I'm gonna keep an eye on where my rapier is, because I want to try to grab it on the way up, and that might mean like shimmying off to the side or something.
Yeah.
Maybe some
all right.
Here.
Please make him roll some more checks while he's down there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to keep the dice going.
Kylum, make me an acrobatics check to do your, maneuvering
Little
down there.
shimmy and a
Bungo,
shake.
I need you to make me. What kind of check would this be? I'm gonna say Knott's is wisdom, obviously. Right? I think seafaring. I mean, it could be intelligence too. I suppose.
For the knot?
Or dexterity.
Can I make a sleight of hand check?
Yeah, why not? I think that's usually how it goes anyway. Okay. Yeah. Nice.
So
Excellent.
I,
So yeah,
I did
hold.
roll a 2 in my defense. This was not a 1. I rolled a 2 on my acrobatics. Oh, I want to be clear, not a 1.
Let me be clear. Well, this
What?
is a failure. This is not a 1.
Right.
That's true. All right. So
It's still a 9.
unfortunately,
I mean, at the end of the day,
yeah.
it's still a 9.
Basically, you didn't see it, right? You didn't catch a glimpse of it on this try. So you go back and forth a little bit. You're hoping you see
right.
the steel.
Okay, here we go. I don't know. Well, I don't know what's happens if I fail a second time, but I imagine it's not as generous as just re-roll. So
Ropes only. The rope is sort of moving against the edge of the cliff a little bit.
yeah, 21. 21.
All right. With that, I'd say you decide to get a little better vantage point this time, right? And with that, you actually discovered, right, it was not that far away from you, just up and tucked away, in a little cradle of a bird's nest, right? Some sort of bird's nest caught it.
I checked to see if there were any eggs or anything that were damaged.
Yeah,
Oh man.
several.
Ah jeez. Ah boy.
Many.
Well, that's circle of life and all that, but I feel a little down about it as I retrieve my rapier and like wipe off
The yolk.
the yolk on like a leaf or something nearby.
And blood.
Yeah, it's not just yolk. Yep. So,
but bits. At least you're as bad as that feels. At least you're alive.
That's true.
And you have your rapier.
I can resume climbing up.
All right. Give me one last athletics check with advantage for the climb.
13.
Good enough.
I don't know if that's bad. Okay.
That's
all right.
With Bungo helping, the rope's tied off. You didn't take too long. And by this time, Varanus and Sweetness have come up the road. They were lagging behind because, Sweetness was like attending to Varanus's injuries that proving difficult. And he's like, oh, you waited for us to cross the bridge. That's nice.
Yeah, like all my armor is like a little battered and dirty and stuff. I got like some weird yellow goop dripping from my sword. Glad you could make it.
Oh, Kyle, you look like you could use a little doctoring.
Now that you mention it, that would have to be great.
Did you not sleep well? I mean, maybe that armor takes its toll at night. I don't know.
Funny thing, I actually slipped, fell a little bit, but bumped my head on the way and everything else. So back now, we're all good.
Well, you shouldn't be standing so close to the edge. Still.
It's a pretty good point.
And the pilgrims are like, oh, that's a good idea for us all, I think. I assume you guys know each other. Well, your companions, they just rescued us from these mischievous little elemental creatures, so we can continue on our way. And in fact, being oh, so sorry, Kyle. You heal 12 hit points from Sweetness's tending. Yes, the pilgrims crowd in. You know, it's sort of a legend now, because hardly anyone uses it, but up ahead, the path forks. There's one way, you know, the normal way that keeps going round and round, but there's they call it the up way versus the round way. Very inventive, these prior pilgrims. And so you can hasten your ascent, but the climb is, of course, very difficult, and that's why no one in recent ages has takes the up way. It's much more well, but now that you've shown you can just climb cliff faces like that, I mean, maybe the up way you go faster or even discover things that have been laying up there dormant for who knows how long.
Huh. Well, I mean, that's an interesting option. Um, I guess we could take it.
Or you could stay with us and just walk with us up the whole rest of the way.
Well, it's probably faster to take the upway though, right? Like,
Yeah, that's why we mentioned it to you, because, you know, you were looked like in some haste, perhaps. No,
yeah, we
not
do
these two.
have a lot going on. Yeah, I don't know what they were doing, but that's fine. But yeah, we do have a lot going on. We're on a very important journey. Quest
We're
of
on a
epic.
noble quest.
Oh, we are
It's
on
like-
a pilgrimage, so yes, we meet in similar circumstances.
I look at Bungo. I'm like trying to see what he thinks about similar circumstances.
Well, today we all walk the path, the footsteps of the pilgrim.
Oh,
I take
so
that cue.
well
I'm like,
put.
yeah, totally. That's how we see this.
Very well put. May the oarsman always steer your ship aright.
A mighty blessing for the cerulean wind, indeed.
It's,
Um,
what a
perhaps-
ship's name.
I mean, should we travel together a ways?
Well, as I said, the fork in the road between the round way and the up way.
Or you're
Is not-
you're taking the round way?
Yes, we are taking the round way. We
I
are
see.
neither equipped nor, well, frankly, fit to travel the up way.
Understood.
Yes, the longer way is the path of the pilgrim.
Well, we will walk the path of the pilgrim's footsteps for a little while anyway. Until we reach the fork.
All
Yeah,
right.
But I think we're probably gonna take the upway, right? Like, we gotta,
Yeah,
we
for
gotta
sure.
hustle.
Yeah, we got to get a move on. Magnus is, I'm sure, in the back of my head going like, "The faster way, Bungo!"
And unexplored areas. That's why no one's found Scarlet's Case treasure.
Oh, that's so true. That's so true because these pilgrims don't go this way. Oh, it's all coming together.
All right. So you all, the pilgrims allow you to lead the way across the bridge if you wish.
Sure,
'Cause
yeah.
Since you cleared it. And so you guys, yeah, you cross the bridge. It's very nerve-wracking. I mean, maybe less so for those of you who have been working in the rigging for, a while.
Still, being up in the crow's nest is a far cry from 3,500 feet. But I will.
On a windy,
Yes.
fluctuating bridge. Yeah.
I will attempt to keep a stiff upper lip and move swiftly across.
All right. Well, halflings are, of course, always known for their bravery. So
Exactly.
you
I
lead
shall
in
lead the
Bristol fashion.
way.
Well, seeing that you made it across, I guess the captain and everyone else will go, and then the pilgrims will follow. So yeah, you guys cross the chasm without further difficulty. It probably travel another hour or so. Pilgrims, well, they do they inquire a little bit as to, unless you're outpacing them, I guess.
No, we'll stick with them. Yeah, we've had a little bit of a rough couple hours. I think it's good to see some friendly faces.
Sure, sure. Uh, so, you're going up to Tide Watch then?
Tide Watch?
Yes, it's it's where we're headed. The temple of the oarsmen that's roughly halfway up. Are you? I mean, you said you were on a great quest. What?
Oh yes, we will absolutely be seeking the blessings of the oarsman at his temple.
Yeah,
Oh.
maybe on the way. I think we're actually not going halfway up. We're probably going the whole way up.
You're going further up.
Yes, I'm afraid that our noble quest requires us to continue to climb, for you see, our good friend Varanus here seeks many lost loves in the heavens, which we must search for. I'll give him a big wink.
Yeah, yeah. Lost loves. Sure. Yes, it seems our quest brings us towards the top. Something's going on up there. Yesterday, when you were climbing, Bungo, those rocks fell from like way up the spire, right?
Yeah.
Something happened up there. Maybe it was at Tidewatch, or even further. Who knows?
I guess I assumed it was just the winds or something knocking a rock from above, but I guess given the weight and the size and the likelihood of them falling right where we happen to be, maybe there was something more sinister going on.
Perhaps.
Why would somebody be pushing rocks off, though? It's pretty weird.
Maybe there's giants up there. Do the pilgrims never go farther than the temple? Does anyone?
So far as I know, no one's been up there for ages. Ever since the Tidewatch was constructed, at least maybe a few adventuresome types or explorers, but nothing. Certainly no giants. And I doubt. Well, given the historical lineage of the spire, I doubt it was the original creators or anything like that.
Why don't people go up any higher?
Why would people go up higher?
I guess there's nothing up there for most people to want to go.
I guess that's understandable. I mean, people climb mountains all the time. I don't know that they necessarily have a great reason for doing so.
Sure, but in a lot of mountains you don't find ancient magics and weird things from past ages, and
So there's danger up there, is what you're saying.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
Don't you know the legends, right? Giant Spur has been the home to many different societies or people's groups over the years. Whether it was demon worshippers.
Quite far away. I actually don't know the legends. If you want to share.
Oh, I thought we heard some about these legends. Well, Bungo.
I do know. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I remember besides the Cloud Giant. There was definitely like talk about different. I think like factions have like moved in here and used it as a base over various centuries. I don't remember exactly which ones, but presumably many. So
yeah.
probably some wizards moved in and were like, this would be a great tower, and probably like some pirate raiders took it over and made it a big fort. I wouldn't be surprised if the dragons spent some time hanging out there. Like they can fly up there pretty easy, right? So
yeah,
who knows?
But it seemed like also, on the other hand, or Varanus pipes up, but
yeah.
Aurora herself wouldn't, or she wasn't willing to. I mean, maybe she's trying to find someone to do the dirty work. Typical red dragon. But,
right. Yeah.
you know, she wouldn't stick her neck up there, so maybe there is something dangerous.
You don't think it's more like, yeah, she just doesn't want to like dirty her feet with this kind of work?
Maybe. Huh? We
Maybe
don't know.
she told, you know, her. Who's the dragon that we actually ran into?
So you
That
met
was
Aurora.
No, that was Aurora.
Oh, that's
Aurora.
Aurora.
Was the one that we just talked about.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, her name is Aurora Lux because they use the, you know,
Right.
the
a
last
family
name of their progenitor.
Right.
So Lux is the red dragon empress of the sea, right? She's like the head honcho,
Yes.
and her brood is basically, you know, her lieutenants, and
Right.
Aurora is one of those.
So what I'm thinking is maybe Lux told Aurora to do this, and then Aurora, being a lazy dragon, is making us do this.
Wouldn't surprise me in the least, says Ferilous.
Yeah. This feels like a real hard case of like middle management.
Yeah. But still, there could also be some reason, like a more specific reason why Aurora
Maybe.
doesn't want to go up here. I mean, I agree with your like general read on things, but outsourcing is also something you do when it's like too crappy a job to do yourself for some particular reason.
Yes.
Yes. If you do recall, or just generally, the animosity between dragons and giants is, well, legendary.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe it's
So-
more like yeah, like we're not going to go to those giant ruins like
Right. Or perhaps there are ancient defenses that might trigger against
that are
dragons.
specific
Who
to
knows?
dragons that won't affect us.
Right. Because, of
Maybe
course,
the
if dragons build a great spire, or if giants build a great
Right,
spire,
yeah.
are dragons going to come to it? Duh. Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I would include at least a little bit of anti-dragon.
Right.
That's good. That's a great point. The giants are probably smart enough.
Yeah.
Maybe we should keep an eye out while we're there for anti-dragon weaponry that we could use later on.
I think we keep this part away from the pilgrims a little bit.
Sure.
But yes, that would be very interesting.
All right. Well, do you have any, as you're, you travel a little bit, do you have any questions for the oarsmen themselves? Or, as you guys reach, there's a point and you can see, like, definitely an overgrown, smaller trail, right, going off to the left and starting to ascend more steeply. Even there's some, like, stairs, right, that have been carved into the side of the spur. And one of the pilgrims is like, "That be the up way. The round way leads, well, round." And you can see, right, it continues on the same sort of looking path that you've been traveling over the past, day and a half.
Well, while we're making our way there, I will ask them. Like, I'm curious. Like, what do you hope to gain from, or not hope to gain necessarily, but what is your goal in taking this pilgrimage? Are you people like sailors by trade? Is this like are you
You people?
yeah, like the pilgrims, yeah, like, you people.
You.
Well, some of us are sailors. Some of us are, yes, merchants. Perhaps even pirates. Prey to the oarsmen.
What do you mean, like you?
Me.
Here,
Me.
in front
me.
of me. Yeah.
Offering for my brother who, well, has been gone a year at sea, and should have been returned by now.
Ah, I see.
So I bring an offering to the oarsmen at Tide Watch, so that the oarsmen may either rescue him, bring him safely home, or speed his soul to the afterlife.
After this, we're going, back out to sea and probably journeying pretty far. If you tell us his name, we can keep an eye out.
Yeah, his name is Barker.
Okay. Well, if we see him, we'll let him know.
Well,
I'm guessing he looks a little like you.
sure. Barker Pistony is. Sorry, I wrote that with Magnus, but.
All right.
Yes, he's. I mean,
Well, if we bump
it's a
into
big
him,
ocean,
make sure
but
he gets home safe. Yeah,
sure.
I mean, I don't know, but sometimes, I sometimes ocean gods work in mysterious ways. I don't know, but these things do happen. Trust me.
Yeah, I inherently trust you for some reason. I can't say why. Not even seeing your face, it's just something in your voice is just so calming and friendly.
These days, I'm surprised anybody trusts me. That's a different conversation.
All right. Anything else, Bungo?
No.
And you can tell from the rest of them, right? They have sort of similar things. Whether someone's out at sea currently, or whether someone was lost at sea, or for a future voyage, right? Like,
That makes sense.
They say, right? Yeah, this is the usual thing.
Right.
Some people might do it. There are some pilgrims, I'm sure, who do it for more, spiritual reasons. Right, just to make the pilgrimage and
Right.
devote to their faith, but others, right, we are hoping for the blessings.
Well, I hope that the blessings of the oarsman find you.
Oh, well,
And
they
I think
already
with that,
have
we will
by
begin our climb.
sending.
Oh, you were muted, Zach.
Sorry, he already has by sending you to meet us on the road.
Aww. Maybe the real oarsman is the friends we made along the way. But yeah, I guess we'll start. We ought to be starting our climb if we have a harsh road ahead.
All right. Well, I don't know if that way would be ideal for Varanus.
Oh.
In his recovery, climbing as it looks, and as they said, this is Sweetness talking, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he stretches out too much, it might tear open his stitches and so forth. Even the magical healing, right, we gave him, would prove we could take the round way with the pilgrims, and offer, additional protection for them, of course. While you take the up way, and so you can move faster, and we could perhaps meet at Tidewatch, or further up on the road if you wish to wait.
Sure, that works for me.
All right.
I don't think we have I think the only other option would be if we have a levitate spell or something, but I don't think anybody does.
No. But speaking of spells, says Varanus, he hands out. I scrawled this morning. Apparently you could have used it, Kylum. And he hands a scroll of Featherfall. We'll give it to he'll give it to Bungo.
Little light.
Well, you can use it on your further climb. They don't call it the up way for no reason, apparently. So yes, he gives you a scroll of Featherfall. And Sweetness gives each of you a quick apply poultice. So a single use D6 plus 8 hit point restoration that you can apply at some later point. Within the next day. Because he's like, the oils are gonna kind of,
Just gonna use it now.
get gross.
Not remote management. Hey,
Wow. There you go.
Thank you for the poultice. And I guess the scroll, which we definitely will not need.
What? Well, it's just in case, just in case. I took 2 hours this morning to scroll it. My first one. Hopefully
Oh.
it works.
Let's hope. Or let's hope we never have to find out.
Yes. All right. So how about we take just a 5-minute break before we embark on the upway ascension.
Let's do it.
What's up way with you?
Sorry, guys. We were
No worries.
we
We were just
were.
role playing with the pilgrims.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. We were
And we're back. So I forgot to apply our lingering injury damage to Kylam from his horrendous fall. So he needs to make us a Constitution saving throw.
Hey.
Oh, there you go.
20.
Phew. All right. So, yes, Karinos must have been watching over you for that fall or something.
Really? When?
Because
Like,
because you didn't die. You
I left
didn't
the ball
die.
a little bit on that one a little earlier.
He was seeing
Okay.
how well you could flow.
Yeah, I'm flowing with it.
But luckily, even after that terrific fall, you are still okay.
Yeah.
And so yes, the party has decided to, or with the party, the exception of Varanus and Sweetness, have decided to take the up way, the more treacherous, steep, but faster climb.
And the other ones are taking the other way, right? Like
Right, they're taking the round way.
Okay.
Yes,
So
just
they'll catch up.
in order to avoid Varanus aggravating his injury further. Okay.
I would hate
So
to aggravate Varanus.
yeah. So you start making your way through the upway, and yeah, immediately it's apparent no one's, or more or less no one's been on this path, right, for years perhaps. Overgrown, rubble is piled up. It's a little bit difficult going here and there. You climb up that first set of stairs that has been cut into the side of the rock. And after climbing that staircase a little bit, you sort of crest a cliffside. So you come up to another ledge, and you see pretty much from then on, it looks like straight up climbing. There are a few oars, some of the more of those black oars, planted sort of at the base of this ledge, and you can also see some rusting pitons and old lengths of rope that are secured to the cliff face ahead of you. So left over from some past attempts to climb the rock face.
Okay.
So
we kind of have to scale up more vertically here.
Basically,
this is the spot where we gotta start.
This
going.
is where you basically gotta start like doing some actual climbing. And I think you guys had brought along the climbing kit, but because this is an extended climb instead of granting advantage, which a climbing kit normally doesn't, but last session it did. But for an extended climb, basically what a climber's kit does is makes it so you sort of tie yourselves together and or anchor yourself to the wall so no one can fall more than 25 feet. So that's how you sort of climb up, right? You put a new anchor in every 25 feet or so, right? And you're also lashed together, right? Sort of like, the climb in Game of Thrones, right? Up the wall.
Yeah.
Except they didn't use pitons. So that's the basic idea. But someone roll me a D8. Or how about Omarin?
Oh,
Because you were AFK
you
for a
are.
little bit.
Ow.
No, actually,
One is good.
it's clear skies.
Yeah.
So yeah, you approach the cliff face, right? It's probably a little before noon now, and yeah, Omarin, you look around just to get a sense of the weather, and you're like, oh, it's going to be a great day for climbing. Clear, no wind's not too bad. Yeah. So, basically, we're going to start making everyone give me an athletics check, if you please. Of course, advantage in some other way, let me know.
Oh god, that was so big. I'm sorry. Takeaway from this is
You're wild shaping into what?
I'm wild shaping into a flying monkey, which is a monster from the Tomb of Annihilation.
But remember, you
Flying monkey.
you cannot have a flying speed until level 8.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's okay. I mean, the monkey's
Okay.
not gonna fly. I think for RP purposes, like he'll just sort of. I think
Climb.
the RP way for that is he gets feather fall if he falls.
Shouldn't you just be a monkey?
I couldn't find a stat block for a monkey.
Okay, so you're just a
So
monkey.
you found does it have a climb speed?
It does.
Too?
It has the climb
Yeah.
speed of 20 feet.
Right. So that makes you can climb without like worrying about a climber's kit and stuff like that, right? That's basically easy.
But I think
I
the
agree.
thing that I'd like
I agree
to
with
do
Bunko's
that
question, though,
is-
Have you seen one of these things before?
Well, I mean,
Hmm.
Omari like lived on a tropical island for many, many years. Like he was a fisherman on a tropical island, and I think in his sort of in his travels in a tropical country, he would have seen some kind of like monkey or something.
Sure.
I don't think he's seen a great ape or anything like that. But you know the little like tree monkeys that.
Yeah. Well, even in the Blazing Isles, you guys might have seen some in the jungles. Yeah. Not flying monkeys, but you know, your monkey can have vestigial wings or something.
Cool.
Yeah.
Monkeys evolved from angels, which evolved into humans.
So I would like to, and I don't know if this could give my what benefit this would be to my companions, but like, you know, Marin can sort of scurry up with like a rope and then like tie it with his little monkey hands or like pull it through.
Yeah.
You know, the piton,
You can make it easier for them. Interesting. All right.
Because I think the idea, Zach, if I continuously do that, instead of the max that you would fall is 20 feet, you probably wouldn't fall very far at all. Because there's always going to be a rope above you that you can connect to.
Sure. Well, at that point, it's just a matter of because you're going to need to reuse your pitons as you go up. And how strong is this monkey? Can he pull pitons out?
I don't think he's going to be able to pull pitons out, but anytime that there's a ring already there or like an oar sticking out or something, I think he can just sort of wrap it around.
Okay. Let's say. Okay, so yeah, let's say we'll just even reduce falling distance to 15 feet, or 10 feet. We'll say 10 feet between them. Sure. Oh boy, I didn't even see those athletics checks until now.
Yeah, they didn't go well.
I count that as a pass at this point.
Nope. So Omarin, quickly he transforms into this creature inexplicably. Or did you tell them about your island living? You're like, I'm gonna turn into this monkey, or?
I think I'm just gonna be like, guys, I'm gonna turn into a monkey and climb up the wall.
I still find it inexplicable he's turning into animals at all. I don't think he's explained this. I think he's just been doing it this whole time. I think he's turned into like a fish at some point, and we were like,
Dolphin,
what?
Yeah.
Hey, you just have to accept that the captain has strange ways.
He's going with the sea.
I have accepted, and also clearly the like palm tree or whatever.
He's not turned into a polar bear or anything. He's turned into a cute little monkey.
Yeah. So that's it. I'm willing to buy anything at this point. Like if he just like randomly turns into like a monkey or something and runs up a thing, I'm like, okay.
Austin, I did also make you up a new elemental type shape that you could use at your new. I called it a tide pool elemental.
Oh, cool.
So if you ever want to use that, I think you should have the permissions and everything. So anyway, sorry. Yeah, I forgot about that, but
cool.
yeah. gives you an option to work with your custom class at this level. All right. Well, luckily, you hadn't gone that far. You each take 3 falling damage, Bungo and Kylum, from your first attempt. Omarin's monkey movements and the way he's like handling the rope is just very, quick and furtive and sort of unexpected, and so you just had trouble sort of coordinating with him for this first attempt. So hopefully next will go better.
I mean, this time he was in monkey form with his little monkey hands trying to like point at things and chitter, and they had no idea what he was saying, and he eventually just sort of switches to his telepathic,
Yeah.
Telepathy. It's like, guys, come on, you gotta do better.
Bungo, don't forget you've also got inspirations. I don't think you've used any today.
No, I haven't.
And because this is sort of like a long-term strenuous activity, I think if you want to lead the crew in a shanty, you can give everyone an inspiration.
Yeah, let's do it. A climbing shanty.
Yeah, so sing it.
Oh God. Like, nobody expects people who play fighters to be good at sword fighting, okay?
Yeah,
Climb, climb, climb the cliff wall, don't fall down like Kylum did. Climb, climb, don't fall down, and we'll all be at the, what's the
Tide
place?
Watch.
The
Tide Watch.
Yeah, there we go. Boom. Nailed it.
Bam. Love it. All right. So, yeah, so you all get a D6 inspiration die, I believe. Even yourself, Bungo, because this is one of your special crew actions, and so you only spend one of your inspiration die on this.
Nice.
Yeah. Sea Chanter, coming soon to a third-party publisher near you.
It's pretty sick. So
Actually, we have all my custom classes taken here. I believe everyone present is using a custom.
Yeah, I'm I forget what it's called, but it's a nautical paladin.
Some kind of sea paladin.
Wave runner.
Oh yeah, wave.
Runner. Oath of the Wave Runner. Yeah,
that's right.
And Omarin is the Circle of Flow.
So what's the bonus? The 1d6?
1d6 to your next athletics check.
Okay. Might be needing that.
All
right, Bungo's doing better.
18.
You don't have to use it.
Oh, okay.
Right. Because you're going to make multiple checks during this climb.
Right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
13.
Well, there you go.
Nice. Woo! Good thing with Bungo's inspiring song, right? Kylum, maybe
don't fall down like Kylum did. Don't fall down like Kylum did.
Yeah, maybe there's a little PTSD slightly climbing so soon again, because that was harrowing for sure. But yes, you all make this first leg climbing up the rock face, but you're now, several hundred feet, maybe not several hundred, 200 feet from where you started. But your climbing path now comes to a stopping point because a ledge juts out overhead, far back, right? Too far to just reach and grab the ledge. You would have to hand over hand just climb on the bottom of the ledge to get around to the top, or taking a longer route to the left or right.
barrel through, I think.
What do you think, Captain?
You could also examine the area more. You're sort of, you're hanging there and you're like, oh, this is going to be a problem. This
Uh,
situation.
Omarin will sort of like scurry around and see how long the alternate path would be.
Okay, well, basically, the shortest path will be climbing directly under the cliff face and then up onto the cliff. Very difficult, but most direct. The path to the left seems to be the easiest of the three, and leads into, because it sort of leads into and opens into a small, crevice fissure that you can use to climb up a little more and then get on the ledge above you. The right-hand path is sort of this, medium, second most difficult, because it's longer than the left-hand path.
So,
but yeah,
can I sort of scurry into the left-hand path and see if there might be some monsters hidden in the back of the crevasse?
sure. Does this monkey have dark vision or low light vision?
I do not believe so.
Okay. So you can make me a perception check with disadvantage.
I will certainly do that for you.
Meanwhile, yeah, as the captain is skittering around, up above, Kylam and Bungo, you're sort of both hanging. Who leads, right? Who's on top? Who's on bottom with Kylam and Bungo?
Well, I'm definitely the top.
I was gonna say the same thing. So
We have an agreement.
You can both be the top sometimes.
All right. So Bungo, yeah, you're sort of hanging, a couple dozen feet above Kylam, right? You got the rope is swaying between you. You've got the piton secured above you from Obaran. You're thinking to just try to climb right up the middle.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the longer we're climbing, the more dangerous it is. I'd rather just go. And I have a pretty small, my weight is probably less, so I probably feel more confident about my climbing.
That's fair. And you would not have enough rope in between you.
But I mean, I'm okay to leaving this decision to the captain,
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the call lies with the captain, but like if he wants our opinions, I think we're both game to just go keep climbing.
Was there any monsters in the crevasse, Zach?
There sure were.
Oh. Yeah?
But of course.
And they've not, seen something so delicious in a
are they
little
gonna
bit.
try to come after me?
Oh yeah, you as you're peering into the darkness, your little beady monkey eyes are looking in, and you suddenly see, or you suddenly hear the rapid beat of wings as a couple sturge fly out at you. Well, I guess we could all roll initiative if we want.
Classic. Sturge is my first player kill as a DM, by the way.
Really? Oh,
always
yeah.
have a fondness for these creatures.
Right.
What year was that, Ray?
Oh,
I was
sorry.
in college.
Oh.
I think you're gonna have to roll again because the initiative tracker wasn't open. That's annoying.
I just remember when I tried to run a combat that was across 2 different maps and initiative wasn't maintained across the 2 maps.
Oh yeah.
That sucked.
Yeah, I
was
remember
rough. Didn't know that's how it worked.
Ooh. All right. The Sturge have the initiative against Monkey O'Marin.
Oh no, let me pull up the stat block. Armor class 12.
All right. Well, the first one misses. But the second one crits.
Oh
Ooh.
no.
Oh, weird.
Gotta quit
Oh.
monkeying around over there.
Ooh. Got him. All right. Not edit. Blood drain. There we go.
The thing is, when you do puns, I say they're bad, but I've probably done more than you.
I just
All
have
right.
such respect for the pun.
So you take 10 piercing damage as this Sturge he goes for that nice monkey blood. That's for sure. And so
The
you,
monkey turns back into an Omaran.
right. So now, Omar, you have this huge Sturge gorging on your blood. Don't forget to transfer any damage that went over, if applicable.
Yeah.
You are in the fissure, so you're safe from falling here, but you're also squeezing, right? Because you're in a kind of a tight space right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can hear more Sturge are coming, but those are the only two for now. So, Kylum, you see the captain. Oh, sorry. You should have gone before the Sturge, I guess, but we'll fix that for future rounds. Because you probably have better. All right. Anyway, Kylum. You see the captain, or hear the captain, yell out or monkey scream or something above, and two Sturges fly out.
Well, I go run to help the captain.
Climb to help the captain.
I go climb quickly, swiftly, to help the captain.
All right, give me an athletics check.
Okay, I got with 1.
Oh no.
All right, good thing you have this nice system with you. You're going to take a little falling damage. 2 falling damage. It's not Kylum's day with the climbing and the footing and
I'm so eager to help the captain. When
Yeah,
he's in
you love
danger.
the captain, right? That's
I'm coming, captain.
maybe you need to get a little distance as an XO. Maybe that's what this is telling you.
Captain, he's got salt in his eyes. He's stuck on a rock. He needs my
Unfortunately, this creates a little tension for Bungo on the line. Bungo, make a strength saving throw.
So help me God if you get me killed.
help. I'm taking you with me.
15.
All right, Bungo, your bulging halfling muscles are able to hold both you and the armored elf for a few seconds as he scrabbles to find a hold again. But yeah, you're unable. I'll say, you're not able to make too much progress to the captain. You definitely wouldn't be able to get there by the end of the turn, for sure. You still have a
You gotta
bonus
carry
action.
me. You gotta carry me over to the captain.
Oh my God. Let
No,
it go.
Fine, I have a plan. The
He
captain
can
has a
take
plan.
care of himself. He's a big boy. That's why he's the
he's a little
captain.
monkey.
Not
Right.
anymore, I'm not.
You might be more worried about what happens to this when the Sturges start going after you while climbing.
Captain has a plan.
Okay. Well, it is the captain's turn, so
So about how wide is the crevasse in the back? Can I see? Because Omaran now has dark vision. So
yes. Okay. So no. So the fissure, right? So you're sort of now standing, like very, profile in this fissure that's only about 3 feet wide, and it doesn't go too deep. So you can see it doesn't lead anywhere or not anywhere. Yeah.
Well, so Omaran is gonna sort of kind of ignore the one stuck to him now, look into the back where the rest of them are, and say, they really don't want these guys getting out of this hole, and he will cast a flaming sphere to plug the hole.
Ooh, very cool. All right. But I'm gonna have you make a concentration check in order to cast in the constrained conditions.
Okay.
Unless this spell doesn't require somatic components.
Let me see what it does. Verbal, somatic, and oh no. Verbal, somatic. Yep. And okay.
Yep. Okay.
You said
So
Constitution.
Yep.
Saving throw or check.
Yep. Saving throw. All
Oh.
right. So yes, you cast your flaming sphere. You bring it to life. Further into the chasm. It basically, is almost fully blocking the exit, and you hear and smell the sizzling of sturges that suddenly fly unawares into the inferno.
Yay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we've bought some time. Oh, I should have these guys out here though. I mean, not that necessarily this map is accurate, but whatever. All right. Cool. Bungo. Exo is ordering you to carry him to the captain, but you refuse.
Yeah, Exo has clearly lost his fucking mind. Can you just paint the situation here, the updated situation for me?
Yes. You are pretty much like 5 feet below this ledge that extends like 25 feet out from the cliff face.
Yeah.
And this ledge is pretty wide. It's maybe like 60 feet, or no, not like 40 feet wide. So you'd have to go left or right pretty far before you could start going up again.
Right. I get that.
Right. The left-hand path is where Omarin is with the fissure. It's the easiest climbing, but the sturges are coming out of there. The right-hand path is longer, medium difficulty climbing, but seems pretty clear in terms of obstacles. And then, of course, you could go straight up and over, but Kylum would also have to take that path if you do.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the fastest way to help the captain, Kylum, is to get on top of this ledge, and then we can go from a sure footing, annihilate these sturges.
You could also, while hanging on, you could shoot them, too, if you wanted.
Sure. We can also climb and shoot. You, in your folly, have still failed to take a ranged weapon. Maybe this will be a lesson to you in the
Ranged
future.
weapon. I pull out a dagger.
The dagger you threw last time?
Yes. We got it down from the rocks.
All right, that's true.
We did.
All right, I'm gonna start climbing.
All right, make me an athletics check. All right. And you can use the inspiration after you roll, but before I tell you the narrative result.
Got it. Okay, so.
Oh, don't fuck this up, boy! Oh boy! Oh
I'm
boy!
I'm gonna use the inspiration.
All right. Climb, climb, climb! Don't fall like Kylum.
All right, 14.
You start making your way out, and you grab a rock, and it comes loose in your hand, and you've only got one hand gripping on. I need you to make another strength saving throw.
Oh boy. Uh, 12?
By the fingernails.
Woo!
By the fingernails, you avoid falling, but you are now just hanging in open air, and
yeah.
You can make another check in order to get further, but you won't be able to get up this round.
Sure. But I can monkey bar a little bit, maybe.
Right, exactly.
Okay. Another athletics check?
Yes. You are now hanging 4,000 feet in the air. Of course, there is solid ground, hundreds of feet below you, somewhere.
Is now an appropriate time to use a story point as I attempt to do this fucking epic climb the hard way?
Obviously, I will never say yes to that.
I'm not asking you, Mark.
Well, see, this is remember we're trying player discretion. So,
Well, that's, sure, but Mark will always vote no.
well, I mean player discretion as in the player using.
Oh, sure. Well,
Yeah.
I think this is pretty fucking epic. It's also, I'm willing to take a super fucking dangerous consequence for failure as well.
Sure. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Here we go.
Nice.
Hey.
Good rolls on both counts.
All right. So, knowing that your story isn't over yet, Bungo Barley Brook.
This is my story being written right here. This is fucking epic.
Exactly. You hand over hand, bare feet dangling, or maybe you have your crampons.
Yeah.
You know, dangling below you. Your exo below, and you're able to get your elbows all the way up onto the ledge with that 22 and
Nice.
just pull yourself. But you can't move any farther until Kylum moves up.
Yeah, I'll just like kind of roll, right onto the cliff edge,
Yeah.
And just grab onto the rope as best I can.
Nice. All right. Whew.
Woo! Nice. Okay.
One sturge for each of you. Of course, Kylum, it has advantage because you are climbing. 18.
Let me check. I have 19 AC actually.
But one is from your two weapons.
Dual wielding. You're right. So I'm not dual wielding right now, so I should be 18.
All right. Great. So that hits.
Yep.
Sucks a little bit of blood.
And it attaches.
And it attaches, yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. And we get one against Bungo. This is normal. Oh no, Bungo's prone, right? Because he's lying down. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't need it anyway. Unless we got some silvery barbs or something coming at this sturge.
No, that's fine.
All right. Sorry. 4 for you as well. So
All right.
sorry. Yeah, both of you take 4. The sturges are now attached to you. Bungo, right? It's like sort of on your lower abdomen area where your chain shirt sort of pulled up a little bit. Kylum,
Yeah.
it's in the wedge of between your gauntlet and your wrist armor, basically. It's like lodged itself in there.
Yeah.
The captain automatically takes D4 plus 3 and makes a concentration check, if he pleases. So you lose 6 more hit points, Omarin. And see if that flaming sphere comes down. Nice. It stays up. All right, so you keep the flaming sphere going. The sturge that was attached to you now, like, lazily, because it's now very much gorged on your blood, lazily detaches and tries to fly away. But you don't have a melee weapon out, I assume?
You're muted, by the way.
Thank you. Can I use my cantrip whip as
No.
a? Oh, okay.
No. Has to be, it's a melee attack. It's just
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have a weapon now, other than to just try to smash it against
right.
the wall.
If you wanna unarmed strike, you can go ahead.
I'll just do that.
Sure.
Uh,
So that's just a strength-based roll. If you're proficient in simple weapons, you're also proficient in unarmed strikes.
Which I think I am. And
Well,
phase
maybe not
three.
druids, because druids druids are strange. They only get like specific weapons.
Oh, maybe not. Okay.
Yeah.
So do I get my?
You also get more. Those are from I think only your race and stuff. But yeah.
Do I get my proficiency bonus on this?
No. So it's
No.
just your strength bonus. That's yeah.
Okay.
Not today. Oh.
Wow, not today.
Wow. Yeah, really not today. In fact, you
Rolling dice is hard.
take 1 damage as you try to smack this sturge against the rock, but you end up hurting your own hand a little bit there. And the sturge goes.
I mean, we're gonna fuck him up later. It's okay.
As he flies away fat and happy, like he's not going after any more blood.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna kill all his friends.
All right. Well, you did kill, like, as your flaming sphere just continues, you hear one after another pss, 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 as sturges keep flying into it. Kylo, sturge attached to your wrist. Bungo, the rope between you and him, taut.
Well, before I try to climb up, I'm just gonna try to stab this sturge.
Oh, sure.
So I think that is the first course of action here. It's
Sure.
hard to climb without blood. It's a classic elf saying.
Oh, but you're gonna have disadvantage on the attack, of course.
Okay, disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard to get at this guy.
14.
But you still hit.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And you kill it.
Pop it like a balloon.
Yeah. Easily, just you stick your rapier point in there. No problem.
And then I'll try to climb my way up the rope, which Bungo is currently trying to hold and help me out.
Oh, straight up the rope.
Yep.
All right.
Because Bungo's helping
like
me out
it.
on the rope spread, so I think that should be the best way to approach this.
Sure. So this is just going to be straight up hand over hand.
Yep.
Vertical climbing.
So, just athletics again?
Yep.
Here we go! 5! Hell yeah!
Well,
Off average.
you try it, and now you're just hanging off the side of a cliff. And you just can't. Unfortunately, you move really quickly when on your feet, but this upper body strength stuff is not your bag.
No, not quite.
You only go to leg day, bro. You gotta get upper body strength.
My cardio is so good.
When does the party learn that we maybe shouldn't climb things?
Probably midway through this climbing adventure, actually.
All right, as long as we do a little retrospective and we take away that maybe we should take
So
a
Kyle, you could try again if you wish.
Oh yeah,
this
absolutely.
turn.
Of course, I want to try it again.
It is going to be. Well, no, it's no more difficult than last time, I suppose.
8. Still not
You put a little more effort into it this time. You get a little farther, but
I feel like I just had 8 or 9 more tries. I get up there.
You're really now just you're just you're still 20 feet below the edge of the cliff, hanging. Bungo, I need a strength saving throw or an athletics check, whichever you prefer.
I'm slightly better with athletics, thanks to my jack of all trades.
There you go. All right. You're holding Kylum.
Advantage though. Hang on.
Well, it's okay. We'll take the first one. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you're holding Kylum, but you don't know for how long. Yeah.
Try and move. Like with your pull your arms like one over the other kind of thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
The captain just walked away. Captain!
Yes.
Here he is.
here.
You think the Sturges have all been vaporized or no more are coming because it's too dangerous?
Okay. Well, I mean, I warm myself by the fire a little bit, you know, fancy myself up and telepathically tell the party or just yell to them if that's what's necessary that this way is safe.
We do not telepathically respond, as we cannot.
Bungo's got this huge leeching thing attached to his side. What do you?
And the Sturge.
Wow.
Good.
The leech in that one was me. I
That's
was the one leeching on him,
self-deprecation,
but-
man. I mean,
Zach, in about 3 weeks, you're gonna find those jokes hilarious, and you're not gonna be able to help it.
no, I love it. I mean,
Good.
okay, well,
Bungo starts.
so yeah, Bungo. So you're holding Kylan, but you don't think you can hold him for much longer, just by your strength alone, and there's really not much of any anchor point up here.
Right.
Also, you're getting impaled by a Sturge.
Right. There is
Yeah.
a Sturge leaking blood. Which he shot. I deleted the one from initiative again. Fool.
Well, I'm going to pull out my seldom used but always faithful longsword. And I'm going to give us, I guess, mechanically, like, in terms of this thing being attached to me, am I, like, grappled, or is it, like, do I have to take an action to remove it, or?
You could make an athletics check to remove it, or, or attack it with disadvantage. However, you draw out your longsword and are now only holding the rope with one arm.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm saying.
And make a strength saving throw.
All right. Oh, no.
I don't know what the one was for, because...
Yeah, I don't know why it showed a 1 either, but...
But you got a 14, luckily.
Yes.
Luckily it wasn't the 1.
Oh,
Okay.
that was the other roll on that athletics check was the 1. I don't know why it showed it there, but...
No, because that would have been a 4 result,
No,
right?
there's a 1 in the 14 roll. If you look at the 14 roll and look at the math for it, it has like a 1 that's grayed out, plus 12, and then plus 2 from your bonus.
Oh.
I don't know where
weird.
I'm getting that from, but some part of your strength save.
It looks like... Oh, it's lucky! You were lucky!
Oh my
You're
god!
halfling luck!
Oh,
Because it rolled a 1 and then re-rolled it.
One.
Yeah!
Oh my gosh!
Yes!
Woo! Okay.
Oh,
That's
my
Oh, you
goodness.
love to see it, folks.
Wow.
You love to see it.
Half-
Wow.
So the rope slips from... As you draw your longsword, the rope slips and then you just barely catch it. There is inches of rope left between... Well, no, because you're attached to him. Never mind. But, well, with your grip,
You
right?
would
You're
go
like...
flying off with me.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're barely...
I just catch it before we go flying off the cliff together. Oh my god. Great.
All right.
Great stuff.
Attack?
Yes. Let's give it a chop.
Disadvantage?
With disadvantage. Chop.
No.
No good.
The Sturge is squirming around a little too much.
Gross. Okay.
Bonus action?
I'm thinking I'm going to pass another inspiration to Kylam.
Yeah.
Remember that sea shanty? Come on, climb, climb, don't fall like Kylam. You're doing the thing again. Don't do the thing, bro.
Thank you.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. Meanwhile, the Sturge gets some more blood from you. Ooh, 7 points for Bungo.
Ooh.
Yeah, and the Sturge now detaches. It is so satiated and starts to fly away. You have an attack of opportunity.
Oh, sure. It's
But,
still with advantage?
well, yeah, with disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh,
Hey, 15.
you just catch it easily. You're like, that's my blood. Yeah, and you slash
kill
that.
it?
Yeah. Oh, easily.
Nice. All
It
right.
explodes on your blade. But now you've just got this bloody blade and a rope laying down.
All
All right. Well, Captain, you gonna do anything in this situation?
I don't think there's much the captain can do as like a not very strong elf. But he's just gonna make sure no more sturges come out, and that hope they get their footing.
All right. Captain's staying back, observing his crew. Or sorry, that was supposed to be Kylo. Why did I say why did I skip to a Morin? Kylo,
Oh,
you were supposed to be.
Zach, how far away are they from me?
Well, Bungo now, if you climbed up a little bit more, you could get on the ledge that Bungo's on.
Oh, then I'll do that.
Oh, alright. Well, make me an athletics check.
I get advantage for that, right? Because I'm in the crevasse.
Yes, you're able to, whatever that technique is called, chimney climb. Good enough. Alright. So you're able to shimmy your way up the fissure. And step out onto the ledge. You see Bungo in all his strength, halfling strength, right, holding the bloody longsword and the rope. You see the rope has so much tension on it, holding Kylum below. And, of course, Bungo throwing his insults down to the other elf.
If Omarin has enough action left, he'll go and he'll grab the rope and help Bungo.
Yeah, why don't you give me an athletics check?
Okay.
Just to do this with speed and yeah, you're able. So you'll give advantage on the next check to climb, which will be Kyle.
Right. So I start humming under my breath. Don't fall like Kylo. Don't fall like Kylo.
So you have advantage now. Now that the captain is helping Bungo, now start slowly pulling up the rope as well.
Yep. And with that, and also the inspiration that I was given.
Well, you could save it, until after
how
the
long does it
D20.
last? Like
10
I don't
minutes.
think inspiration like lasts 10 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like
Up to you.
this is the end of this little
Sure.
bit. I hope.
Yay.
Woo! Excellent.
Hey.
All right. Finally, with only with Bungo's inspirational theme, we will say, because
Don't fall like Kylo.
that was a hard check for sure. Kyle, you hand over hands directly up, and finally you're able to grasp solid ground again. And Bungo and the captain pull you up, and you all heave a collective sigh.
Whew.
This place is something of a bug problem, huh?
I can see why the pilgrims don't come this way.
How much more do we have to go?
Still a couple 100 feet probably until the next path.
Okay. Well, Omarin's gonna strap himself in because he can't turn into a monkey anymore.
Hang on. Did you see any treasure while you were in that crevasse over there?
No, I mean the flaming sphere is still burning. I can turn it off. You can go check if you'd like.
I just want to make sure we don't leave anything behind. Well,
looking at the sphere, you actually see almost a reddish glow coming from off of the sphere up above, but like
Oh.
not the spur, not the sphere. but not just like the glow of a campfire, but like almost if the spur itself is glowing up there.
Huh.
But it's you can't see the glowing part, right? You can only see the glow a little bit, right? The reflection on the rocks and nearby
If we keep
stuff.
climbing, are we heading in towards it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think if there's gonna be treasure anywhere, it's gonna be with that mysterious glow.
That's all right. Let's head up. Let's head north or up or towards the.
You could also take a short rest here. This is a safe ledge if anyone
Yeah, I
needs
could
it.
go for a short rest.
Okay. Short rest seems very reasonable.
When I do that, I get a wild shape back, right?
I think you get all wild shapes back.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well, then
both,
I'm
or
kind of
both,
turn back
rather.
into a monkey. Thank you, Zach.
Yeah.
And you also will add a D6 for the Song of Rest.
Wow. The ones tonight. Goodness gracious.
Dude, the fate is against us tonight.
Actually, unlucky. Is that only D20 rolls? Probably, I guess, because it doesn't count for damage. So. Alright, I'll be right back. You guys can heal up and stuff.
Yeah, lucky specifies attacks, ability checks, and saving throws.
Makes sense. It also would be just like weird mathematically if it did it with things that weren't d20s, because it would keep shifting how probable it is that you're rolling a 1.
Yeah, right?
Oof. Oh. This has been quite a climb.
Hitting.
For what it's worth, I have positive stats in all of these things.
Oh, yeah. No, we've just been rolling like fucking trash.
Oh man. I don't think I've seen rolls this bad since we did the kaiju fight in Lancer.
Yeah.
This is hitting that level of like just disaster after disaster.
You were the one that was rolling those ones, right?
For the most part.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
For in this game, yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of ones here.
Yeah.
I got the trip ones on the fall, and then I've just got there's been a couple more since then.
Yeah.
And yeah, Bungo. I mean, that one would have been disastrous for Kylo.
Would have been, but the
Would've been?
halfling luck. Ooh,
That's
I
true.
love it.
Man.
I love it.
Halfling luck.
It's like
Really-
I took the super risky play, and then like the
Yep,
luck
yep.
saves me. Oh, that's so good.
Okay. So, after you guys rest up a bit, you catch your breath, you look out over the expansive ocean. You guys are looking west now, and the sun is just starting to turn towards the afternoon. So, although the wind is chilly, right, because it's just constant, right, especially for you guys in metal armor, right, because the wind chills it very, very quickly. It's just nice to bask in the sun for a little bit and get your wind back. But we will need another set of athletics checks to continue the climb.
Right.
Zach, as they're sort of slowly making their way up, can Monkey O'Marin like scurry up and sort of look up and see what that glow is? If it's dangerous?
Sure. Yeah, it's a little ways ahead, so you definitely have to get like past them
okay.
and then come back, right? But
I'll help them. I'll go
Alright.
back to helping them.
Gonna make your
Bungo?
athletics check, right?
You doing a shanty again? Because
Yeah,
this is
can we do another team chant?
Sure. This is
Alright.
another longer stretch.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so that's my third bardic inspiration. I have one more left.
That's a d6.
Yes, adds a d6. So we're rolling athletics again now?
Yep.
Okay. Oh boy. All right, adding my d6. All right, nice. 15.
Yeah, both of you. The chanty really doing its
Yeah, the
job
chanting
here.
keeps the climbing on rhythm, you know?
Right, it
A
really
lot of
does.
legwork being done by that shit.
uh, yeah. And yeah, so you guys get into a real nice rhythm. This cliff face seems to be, pretty steady going. Just more, one thing after the other, right? Just one repeat. Pull the pitons out, right? Omar or Bungo, Kylum, since you're trailing, right? You pull the pitons out. Omar comes, gets, grabs a handful of them, runs them up so Bungo can knock the next ones in. Because now the pitons and former signs of passage are even getting even more scarce, right?
Right.
So even fewer people have made it to this point. And I didn't choose a music for this. How about that? All right. And we gotta bring Magnus. Can't forget Magnus. All right. Bring you out into the void space.
Whoa.
Yeah. All right.
Whoa,
So
it's a cool
since
map.
Omarin will be able to see it first, well, I'll put him a little ahead. So let's shift click over here. Get the stream. All right. So yes, you see, Omarin, as you're making your way up, right? You're leading the way. You're scouting ahead. You start to see this red glow more intensely. And yeah, it is almost as if a bed of coals is just the side of the spur is just a bed of coals, like for a couple 100 feet in either direction that you can see. But right, as you're climbing, you feel like the stone changes a little bit. It becomes a little smoother, and a little more a little less dense even than the sort of granite you're used to, and you suddenly realize you're climbing on like fossilized bone, or some little bits of fossilized bone here and there, and then you look up and you can see right the lower leg bones, the tibia and fibula, of some giant being, and then you also see the digits, the hand. A giant of some sort has been like just incorporated into the rock here, and this is much larger than any sort of normal sized giant. This is like Titan sized creature.
Holy fuck. Giants that built this thing.
Perhaps. So that's what you see, and eventually, yeah, Bungo and Kylum, you're sort of able to catch up to it, or catch up to Omarin here. This one to the side. So because this is a vertical map, right? You're still climbing up. Anywhere there's sort of like rocky outcroppings, here or here, is sort of like ledges where you're kind of safe, along with like foliage and stuff that you could use for handholds and things like that. But you basically you're going to be moving basically at half speed because you're climbing, unless you're Omarin. But I won't make you necessarily, make climb checks each turn kind of thing. But Omarin, you're keen, your eyes, right, pick up as you're scrabbling around, maybe because you get a better angle. You notice a small, like, cave opening with a sort of more golden light shining from it, kind of like nestled and hidden under one of the leg bones, or more sort of near the hip of this creature.
Ooh. Okay.
So you notice
Um,
that's over there.
Yeah.
But you would sort of have to climb up and around to get to it, or climb over and then like you'd have to more or less jump or
Yeah.
something there, or risk crossing the coals. Right.
Do the coals feel hot?
Yes. So as you're
Okay.
nearing them, they are radiating heat. Yeah.
Okay. Omarin is gonna sort of go this way, and he's gonna try to be as stealthy as possible.
Mm.
He is size small.
Okay.
So I guess I don't know. That gives some amount of. I don't know. I don't remember. I would have given a +2 in third edition or something. Maybe a +4.
No, it doesn't. Wild shaping works. You get the monster's physical stats, whatever they are. But you're able to move at your full climb speed.
Right. So, but
Yeah.
if I'm trying to like roll to be stealthy.
Oh, sure. Yeah, just make me a stealth check. What's the creature's dexterity bonus?
+3.
Okay. And do you or the creature have training in stealth or proficiency in stealth?
It does not appear to. I guess
Okay.
dexterity is +2. No.
All right. So yeah, just roll that +2 for a stealth check.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. Sometimes you screech inadvertently in this monkey form. It's just I don't know, a nervous tick, or maybe it's the your trauma coming up because of the burning ground.
Oh, I've forgotten about that. That sucked.
Yeah. So we don't have to go in necessarily order, but who wants to go next? I guess Bungo was technically, leading, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll just follow behind Omarin.
All right. Well, sure.
Lead the way, Captain Monkey.
You gonna follow us, Kylan? So Omarin is gonna try to come around and see what this thing is here.
All right. So I'm gonna say, yeah, if you're coming around, because of this, it's gonna be a little more difficult. So aside from Omarin, right? If Kylam or Bungo wants to cross, it would require a climbing check. But yes, Omarin, you're able to scramble in, but you don't have spider climb, so it's a little even difficult for you to get down in there. So I'm gonna have you make an athletics check as well.
Would you allow me to make an acrobatics check?
Sure, because you can sort of more hang and yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, sorry, you also need one from us?
No, unless you're going over towards this area, because you
Okay,
sort of
sure.
have to like climb in a different
Got it.
way.
I'll hang back and let him do his monkey thing.
Sure.
And so Omarin is proficient in this, so I get
Yeah.
his bonus, right?
Yep,
Okay.
you get proficiency plus the dexterity bonus of the monkey.
Okay. Which is +4. Nice.
Nice. All right, so yeah, you hang down, and you notice this is just a sort of a small alcove that only goes maybe 10 feet back into the stone of the spur, but then almost on like an altar piece, a simple stone altar, lies, well, seems to be a Minotaur's skull, but like an iron Minotaur's skull.
I related to the party.
With eyes of rubies.
Is it magic?
Are you casting detect magic?
I don't have detect magic. I telepath up. I mean, I guess I have to yell because I can't. I don't know if I can. If I'm telepathing through stone as the bird flies. But I kind of. Is it magic?
You would have to screech.
Oh,
being
that's right.
located.
Well, I'll climb back up until I can get into
Sure.
telepathic
All
range,
right.
and I will.
Yeah, you can tell them telepathically that what you saw. Bungo, as you were climbing up, you also noticed at the over the edge of this ledge up here is a set of like legs dangling, and you see a larger, like a stone, like a boulder that precipitously close to those legs, implying that perhaps some spelunker or climber was crushed above.
Oh no. You think he was rich?
Is now really the time, Punko?
Well, he got this far in the climb, which maybe few have. You can't quite tell the condition. You can only sort of see the boots hanging off the ledge above you. But you'd need to make a climb check to get up to either
that
of
I will
these
try and
two ledges.
climb my way up too. Sure.
All right.
Oh,
Oh,
Nice. All right. So you easily make your way up to this ledge. As Omarin's sort of climbing back and saying, "Hey, there's a thing down here," as he's screeching and telepathizing. All right, so yeah, Bungo, you're looking over this this body. It doesn't look like this person has been here that long.
ooh, interesting.
Yeah. The body doesn't look too decayed, right? Definitely scavengers have picked at it a little bit. Yeah, and then there seems to be just basically this boulder that fell on this unfortunate soul.
Does he have anything on him? I'll pat him down.
All right. As you move to pat him down,
Oh no.
yeah, the boulder moves.
Oh shit.
And it is not a boulder.
it's a fucking monster.
It is an ooze. A
Oh,
gray ooze. As you go to look at the body, it starts to snake out a tendril at you, and we can roll initiative again.
fell for the classic blunder. Oh man. Okay.
Greedy halfling.
I love it, Ray. Thank you for going for all the all the stuff.
Yeah, man.
And someday you'll be rewarded, probably.
Absolutely. Like I've already got a gold ring out of it.
That's true. All right. So, Kylum, yeah, you, well, yeah, because the ooze is slow, especially, right? Kylum, you're the first one. Bungo is so concerned about, investigating this body that he almost doesn't see this ooze.
Oh, it's not a rock. It's an ooze.
And, well, you can go.
Sadly, I'm only moving at half speed because
Yeah.
we're climbing here, so I actually can't get up to it.
You could dash.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, I can't get up to it and...
Right.
Sure, thank you. It's a good point. I mean, I'm
I'm
probably
just
being
saying.
too sarcastic because that's probably what I will do. But
Or you could poof. And...
I could poof. I'm saving that card because I feel like it could be relevant. That
Sure,
feels like
sure.
in a thing with a lot of verticality and falling to your death.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I want to have a little control over my position.
Yes.
So I will just come forward and, be climbing up as fast as I can, drawing my rapier, and getting ready to get. Like, I was trying to, draw the attention of the slime, and I'm like, darn you, foul creature, for tricking innocent, strangely greedy travelers. But that's it.
All right. Well, I will need actually an athletics check to get up there. Yeah. But you will have advantage because you're climbing through this this brush, right? This scraggly brush.
What could go wrong with advantage?
Nice. So yeah, you make it up and deliver your threats to the ooze. It doesn't seem to, respond aside from reaching out towards you. Perhaps. We'll see. Captain. So you tried to, you told them about this thing, but now a new situation is emerging.
Okay. I see the ooze. Okay. Can I like make it to here pretty easily?
Yeah. You can just move. Yeah, as far as your climb speed goes, you can move anywhere around here.
Can I take a double move and get myself to a place where Omarin could like wedge himself in easily? Like, is there a shelf or a ledge anywhere?
Oh yeah, the top of this. So like on
Right
top
here?
of this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Omarin will take a double move and then brace himself to not be a monkey anymore next turn.
Sure. I think you can end it as a bonus action if you want.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take that next turn in case,
Okay.
the whole party dies or they kill the ooze or something,
Fair enough. Bungo. All right. So yes, with Kylan's warning, he steps up. But the ooze is still there. Do you continue searching the body?
I'm gonna take a break from that. What do we know anything about oozes? Can we make some knowledge?
Give me Arcana check for oozes.
All right.
They're a strange bunch. Nice. Oh yeah, you've heard plenty of stories. Don't metal and oozes do not mix, or at least gray oozes. Keep metal away from them.
Kylan, keep your entire body and your weapons away from that ooze.
Though you suspect magical weapons
okay.
will resist the corrosive effects.
All right. Well, my longsword is not magic. However, let's see how he feels about some hot lead.
All right. Wait. Do you have a feat that allows you to attack in melee range, or
I thought there were no rules about shooting in melee anymore.
Oh yeah, no. If you're engaged in melee, you have disadvantage on ranged attacks.
Okay.
Right. That's the standard rule. But yeah, I wasn't sure if you had taken one of the feats that allow.
I don't, because I just have the sharpshooter one. Right. But I'll be taking that one next. All right, let me get another roll in. Also a crit? Fuck.
No, but good enough to hit an ooze.
Okay.
All right.
And then, is there any like maneuvering space on this? It's hard to tell.
Yeah, well, because it is very vertical. I'd say you could move away from the ooze, like by 1 square, like move out of its reach by 1 square, but not farther.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right. Well, it would provoke an attack of opportunity.
I'll take it.
All right. Just 22.
Yeah, that hits.
So 6 bludgeoning, 6 acid damage.
Ow.
As it knocks you back, and the acid starts to corrode your armor, so you lose -1 penalty to your AC, or to your armor's bonus.
Yep.
You're not knocked off, of course, but not knocked off, but that was a punishing blow.
No kidding.
All the monsters you had to randomly stumble into.
I know, right?
Right. Would have been better to move back first and then shoot, maybe, but...
boy. Can we pretend I did that and then say that I crit him?
Do you want to rewrite Bungo's story a little bit?
Yeah, I'd love to. Because I definitely would have done that.
All right.
It's an attack of opportunity, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, I still eat a fat attack of
Oh yeah,
opportunity.
no, yeah. The attack of opportunity happens. You just get your crit on your
All
attack,
right.
which just blows the ooze.
So the gun seems effective.
Yes.
Okay.
Good. It's a good thing that it doesn't like eat bullets and get stronger.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was a little concerned about might happen.
Sure.
All right, cool.
Yeah, you blow it away. Your armor, starts to dissolve a little bit.
Oh, that kills it. Oh,
Yeah.
what?
Oh, yeah. You blew it away with that one
Hell
just point blank shot.
But I do eat some. So how is that
So
like a permanent damage to my armor until I get
yes.
it?
So your armor is now permanently -1 AC.
All right.
So I think it's only a 12. And wait.
No, it's 13 actually.
Well, it's base 13, so it should be.
Yeah, but I have dexterity.
Right. I'm saying the armor's bonus.
Sure. Yeah. Gotcha.
All right.
Oops. Ignore that.
Sure.
I'm just real excited.
Any bonus actions from Bungo?
No.
All right. Kylum. You raced up to save Bungo, but luckily he was able to dispatch the creature before, well, too much damage was done. But looking up, you see 2 more of these ooze creatures leak out of the eyes of the skull of this Titan skeleton.
Earlier, Bungo made an Arcana check, which he did well on, to identify the nature of these.
Yes.
So I will ask, so as I see these 2, emerge from the eyes, I'm like, Bungo, how fast do these things move? And hoping that he can give me a move speed.
They're quite slow. Like, a halfling could double pace them.
Move speed.
But that doesn't necessarily indicate how fast they could fall.
Yeah, that's fair. It's a really good observation. I think what I will do then is I will throw my dagger, which I don't think is going to do a lot because it's not a magical dagger. So the impact here
it still damages them, even if it's not. Yeah.
This may be farewell to Mr. Dagger also.
Sure.
So, see how this goes.
And you are also, unless you want to climb a little closer, move a little closer. Well, you would have disadvantage because of range.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
20-foot range.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
But because this creature's ribs are sort of sticking out to the side, there's very good handholds here, so it wouldn't require any checks. All right.
So I think that puts me in range, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So yeah, I'll just go come to the next rib, and then throw my dagger. Ten.
That is a hit.
6 damage.
Nice. Whew. Cool. So the dagger gets absorbed into the ooze, and you can see it quivers a little bit at the impact, but the dagger is then sort of just slowly brought further in and probably
I'm not expecting to ever see that dagger again.
Digested. If you got it quick enough, maybe. But
yeah. And I think then that. Let me check my spells really quick. I'm actually going to use a spell. I'm actually going to put a little shield of faith on myself.
Nice.
Because I would prefer not to be hit by these things, actually.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
So I say a little prayer, and like a glowy aura sort of surrounds me.
Nice.
Okay, there we go.
You feel the calming and presence and protection of Perilous wash over you, right, as if the refreshing wave of the sea. toward you from your enemies that are moving right now. First toward the captain. Coming out with the pseudopod. Does not have
It's not a real
advantage. But what is the monkey's armor class?
You're muted.
His armor class is 12.
So the pseudopod gets him. For
Nice.
just... Sorry. So that should be...
Oh, okay. 4 plus 8.
4 and 8. No. Yeah, 4 and 8. Yeah. So 4 bludgeoning damage, 8 acid damage.
Okay. Well,
and if... Well, you don't wear a metal armor because you're a druid, so you don't have to worry about that.
but I do turn back into elf and take 7 damage.
For a second, you see Caleb's foot move as he instinctively runs to the captain's aid, and then he thinks better. He's like, he'll be okay.
You've got another dagger, right?
Oh?
We're not very experienced adventurers.
Well, you know, still time. All right, this ooze drops down the spire, just letting its form just wiggle and flow down the length towards Kylum.
Oh.
And he reaches out with that pseudopod.
19! I have a 19!
Yeah, he doesn't have advantage either, so
Okay.
don't worry about
Point.
it. Yeah,
Fair enough.
he just misses. All right. Captain, ooze in front of you, or above you, sort of dripping down on you almost. The burn of its acid was pretty acute, right? Reminding you again of that burn all over your body you got not so long ago.
How well affixed do these things seem to be from the cliff face to the cliff face?
Well, they seem to stick pretty good because they're like slime, right?
Okay.
Doesn't mean they couldn't be dislodged, but yeah.
Okay. Well, Amari's just gonna. Yeah, I think these things will disintegrate wood.
No. From what Bungo said, it's really only metal that.
So, Omarin will cast a bit of Shillelagh on his trident, and he will just sort of like attempt to sidestep so the stuff isn't dripping on him, and then stab up at the thing.
Nice. And also because Shillelagh, your trident usually would be metal, but since Shillelagh makes it magical, it would protect it against the corrosion. All right, make an attack. It's a good thing you didn't need to use your bonus action to transform.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so you easily just stab up into it is still dripping on you, but much less so, and you seem to have done a pretty good hurting on it there, for sure. All right, back to Bungo. A little bit above you, the slime is tangling with Kylum. It's little bits of gray, you have to dodge out of the way as Kylum's swiping at it. What do you do?
What do I do? I'm gonna try and fucking blast this guy in front of me.
All right. Yeah, you reload.
Blammo.
Nice.
More of a glancing blow there.
Yeah. Don't forget, you can also use your sharpshooter, extra damage boosts kind of thing if you want on your...
Oh, you mean my power attack?
Yeah, those power attacks. You can use it with your...
about that I can combine that with the boomstick, but that's true.
Yeah.
I gotta make a new macro for that.
Yeah. And again, against oozes, right, because they're low AC.
Right. That's actually, that's a good call.
Right, so you try to pack it again, but your quick packing, maybe you didn't give it enough charge this time. You're still learning that technique.
Figuring out the ins and outs of this thing.
All right, which brings us to Kylum. Still hanging on, so you only have one hand to attack with.
Yeah, but I'll give it my best. Do I have disadvantage on this because I'm hanging out the thing? Or is it just
Yes.
okay. I feel like that answer might have changed. If I had
Actually, no,
That's fine.
because you didn't climb too high up, so it's not like you're not too worried about like falling or anything, because the ledge is like 5 feet
Pretty
below
worried.
you.
I describe myself as quite worried, but that's fine. I mean, either way, I think it's a reasonable
Okay,
interpretation. So,
sure.
pow, that 20. That's a crit.
Ooh.
Normally this is where I'd smite,
Damn.
but I really don't think this is
But
gonna
I
be
don't think you
necessary.
need to. No.
So 19 damage.
Yes, with your ancestral rapier, you plunge it through this ooze, and you can you see this spray of sea foam just bisect it, and the ooze just sloughs away as you channel this ancestral might of Carinus.
As the ooze like dissolves into the air, I reach out and try to grab whatever's left of my dagger before it falls.
Yeah, you get it. It's pitted, pretty
Okay.
bad. It's got a -2 to damage rolls.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. But, yep. Cool.
That is it for me.
All right. Ooze against Omarin yet again. Wow.
That.
Wow.
That
We
is
got any
awkward.
silvery barbs coming in from the... You gonna tell that ooze off, or the captain let you kind of like deal with things before, so maybe it's his turn to...
Arts are like a walking story point.
Yeah, I guess I can silvery barbs. I was looking to see if there was like an intelligence
No,
requirement on this
yeah,
spell. But...
it is weird, but maybe
It makes
this one's
no
more
sense.
literal. You just silvery, throw silvery flecks at it, and
Yeah.
something disturbs it.
Well, I will drop a silvery barbs.
All right.
I'm trying to think of an ooze pun, but I'm struggling. Omar, and give me an ooze pun
Um,
or slime.
You
or...
ooze, you lose.
Boom! Got him. Roasted.
oh, good Zach.
All right. So
Alright.
he has to re-roll. Of course, just taking the first
come on,
result.
come on.
Oh,
Okay.
Nice.
Look at that.
Okay.
I thank you for your barb.
These psychological wounds will last a lifetime.
All right. This leaking goo from the monolith, this gets a little antsy. But after seeing what happened to his friend, so Omarin always stepping away when his turn comes around.
No. I mean, I'm here. My place isn't that big. I am going to do the same shillelagh stab that I did last time.
This you hit, but
Smack.
it is still coming. It is
Oh,
looking
no.
for whatever metal you got.
Shoot it, Bungo.
It is your turn.
Shoot her. All right, I'm gonna go with power attack boomstick. So that is -10 to hit,
So
right?
no, -5 to hit, plus
minus
10.
5 to hit, plus 10 to damage.
Yes.
All
So I
right,
think you're rolling at a 0, right? Because your normal bonus is +5.
that is correct.
Yeah.
So let me just straight up. I'll just roll a d20. Send
All
it.
right.
12.
Bam!
Yeah.
Explode this ooze.
10 plus 11 damage. Boom. 14.
Bam. Yes.
Blast.
Destroyed. All right. So you take care of the last little bit of ooze that was leaking there. And so now if we remember, the captain said there was... Well, or there's a body, and the captain said there was something.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish searching that body.
All right.
Captain, what was it that you were looking at?
There was a Minotaur, a metal Minotaur head with giant rubies for eyes.
Where?
I'm sorry. How giant rubies?
Like fucking huge.
Where was that?
And I point down to where it was. Like point down, and they're trying to tell you about it.
That's where Magnus is right now.
No, Magnus is in my head.
Yeah.
Sure, I mean, I'm on the map.
Yeah.
Oh, like right here.
Down.
Yes.
Yeah. Over
Yeah.
by there. Yeah. That little gleaming light that caught.
Oh.
So, Bungo, you find on the body 1 potion of healing, a potion of climbing, and a large sapphire. You estimate worth probably 120 gold pieces.
Nice. Duly noted.
Yes, so anybody wanting to go down to the cave there would need to make a climbing check.
I mean, I definitely think we should see if the helmet is magic before we do anything.
I mean, I think we're going to go get it. Yeah. I don't know, Bungo, do you want to go with me so that way we can like cover for each other in case one of us falls?
Sure.
So I guess we'll both make climbing checks.
Sure.
Excellent. Good.
Nailed it.
Good.
Wow.
Yeah. This is how we stick together.
All right. So you
Jesus, our
guys
first
start
job.
climbing down, and the piton you thought secure before starts to come loose, and you guys swing down. Give me dexterity saves, if you please.
Here we go.
Oh, that's Constitution. Sorry, I rolled the wrong. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Mistake.
There you go.
Nice. All right, both of you take 3 fire damage as you scrape, barely scrape or kick off against the ember wall. Now give me acrobatics checks to try and sort of swing your way to your destination.
Like, just wildly swinging around and be like, "Don't worry, Bungo, I got this."
No, I got this.
Wait, we can't both got it.
Well, you sort of can, because you're no longer anchored to the rock face anymore, because your piton came out.
Yep.
So you're just tied to each other. But luckily,
That's all we need.
especially Kylum, swinging using his elven grace, twirling through the air, is able to land in the shallow alcove/cave, that the altar sits at the back of. And so you're able, as Bungo swings in, you're able to scoop him up and, pull him safely into that cave entrance. So this cave is only, 5 feet, barely 5 feet wide, roughly carved right directly into the spur stone. Definitely it happened after the fact, right? After initial construction. And 15 feet is just a simple altar made of sort of just mason stones, right? Just mason stones up in or more of a pillar than an altar, I guess. That ends about 2.5 feet off the ground, and on it, well, we'll look at the picture now. Oh, I should.
I'm breathing heavily after we landed here. Like, Bungo, if the captain asks, we climbed down safely and there were no problems.
Exactly.
So don't scroll down if you can help it.
Okay, I will not scroll down.
You
But
know,
it looked like that.
just yes. As the look goes, that's
Okay.
what it looks like.
Well, it's neat. I don't know if Bungo, how you feel compelled to,
As soon as you Bungo, you feel like Magnus's spectral hand reaching toward the compass, like aiming his detect magic juju at it, right? Or aiming the compass's detect magic at it.
All right.
And
I will-
instantly you get evocation, strong evocation magic,
Oh.
and
Don't touch it.
and transmutation magic.
Oh. Dangerous magic.
Why would there be evocation magic on a Minotaur skull thing?
Do you know what Minotaurs, are associated with?
Mazes?
No, man, like fire.
The Minotaur prepared explosive runes this morning.
Okay.
Uh,
If so, then how do we diffuse it?
well, that would require more of an investigation check, perhaps, to figure out.
Yes. Investigation.
Hmm.
My
The
natural
doctor is far away at this point.
expertise.
As-
I will make this investigation check you speak of.
Bungo, don't forget, you have any lingering inspiration or?
I have one left.
Is this it? Is this your inspiration moment?
No.
Okay. I investigate to the best of my abilities, which are very limited.
Yeah. Well, you don't see any problems.
Take it out. Looks good.
Well, okay. Kylam is many things, but one of them is genre savvy. So, like, I'm a little concerned about you saying this evocation magic from something with big old ruby eyes.
That said,
What-
the Minotaur skull doesn't look like it's part of the pillar, right? It looks like
Sure.
it's removable or set upon it, right?
Look,
Yeah.
there's many complicated magical traps in the world. Some of them work like this, and I hurl my dagger at it.
Make a ranged attack roll. Roll a one. Roll a one. All right. You hit it, and the dagger bounces. Well, yeah, bounces off harmlessly. The helmet sort of rocks back, or the skull rocks back a little bit, and it clangs, right, with a metallic clang. And actually, as you see your perceptive elven eyes, as you see your dagger skip off, and a little spark comes off, you notice actually the dagger wipes away some soot off of the skull, and below a layer of soot, gleams gold. So, although it looks maybe commonplace, beneath this layer of soot that's accumulated on it is gold.
So this is a gold-plated Minotaur skull with ruby eyes.
Yes.
I am shocked that my halfling friend is holding himself back as well as he is.
Well, I think the question is, where'd the soot come from?
Yeah.
That's a very good question, actually.
Well, you are next to this ember, this
Yeah.
ember kind of area.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I think there's also some obvious questions here about who would put this here? Who made this weird little shrine? Why the heck would they do this? And is there a good answer to these questions? Right? Like
Not
something I
that
would
your
be happy with.
investigation check found.
But I mean, like, it's the one that I would be happy with. Is not that is what I
Mm.
mean. And I expect the answer is no. I think even investigation skills aside, chill normal people very rarely engage in this kind of thing.
So what if Bungo took a little bag and then filled it up with sand and then quickly dropped it and then grabbed the skull and ran out?
I'd probably explode.
What if you tried to...
Let me try and take a investigative
Yeah.
look for trap stuff. There we go.
17.
Yeah, so you're looking around and you notice, you don't see necessarily anything about the skull or the helmet, skull, whatever, itself. But you do notice nearby, in fact, in the little pillar, is a tiny little hole where a little dart or blade might come out. Someone were trying to mess with the prize.
Okay.
How about does the slot looking like I could like jam up the mechanism by like stabbing a piton in it or something?
Sure. And actually, so as you're like, I got this, you're actually looking, and you actually see 4 such slots.
Oh shit.
So you could try to, jam them all, but there may be a risk of accidentally triggering in the process if you
Right.
jar something loose.
Right. What
Well-
sort of check would that be?
Thieves' tools, most likely, or yeah, thieves' tools. I think makes most sense.
How is your sleight of hand, Bunko?
I have a 3. It's okay.
Yeah. 'Cause mine is definitely better.
Okay. I don't have thieves' tools proficiency, so.
You
Neither
do
I.
from Magnus.
Oh, yeah,
Magnus
you do
gives
from
you.
Magnus.
Oh, from
Yeah.
Magnus, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should write that down.
I'll add that to my sheet.
Yeah, so there'll be a dexterity check with your proficiency.
The proficiency adds 2, so we'd be even. So
That was.
I might be safer than you at doing this, is my thought.
Well, I have 6 HP.
Well, I can lay on hands you first if you want.
Oh, sure.
Like that might just be a good starting point to this whole conversation, to be honest.
Yeah, why not?
All right. Which roll was which?
Oh, sorry. Those were accidental. I was
Oh,
trying
okay.
to set up the. All right, here's my real roll. All
Sure.
right. I didn't even realize it put those chat. All right, fuck 10.
Nailed it.
Yeah, so as Kylum, you're reaching out, being like, oh, maybe we should be a little more Bungo influenced by Magnus is already in these holes. And you get most of them, but not before one of these darts comes out and rolls a 20 against your AC.
Oh shit, that hits.
That hits, dealing D4, 2 piercing damage, and give me a Constitution saving throw against poison.
Ooh, okay. All right, 18.
All right, you save, but you still take a little bit of poison damage that works through your system. 5 after your saving throw.
That knocks me down.
So yeah, Bungo, you try to jam him up. Magnus is like yes, and then you get that one little dart, and you're like, oh, so close, so close.
Almost there, consciousness fading up.
Go!
As Kylan was reaching out to lay on hands you at that exact moment.
Yeah, so like, Bungo, no! And I immediately use 5 points of lay on hands on you.
Excellent.
All right, so Bungo, you maintain your consciousness shakily as the poison tries to bring you down.
Did we get the skull?
It's
We got
still
a dart.
there.
We got.
But
We can do
you
a skull next.
you suspect that the trap has now triggered and no sign of resetting.
I'll scoop it up.
Okay.
All right, you grab the skull.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. It feels definitely weighty and heavy in your grip. Feels valuable for sure.
Well, I'll like tie it to my pack, and then maybe we should climb back up.
Yeah. So, and as you pick it up, you notice, your hands, wipe the soot away, right? And you notice, definitely this whole skull is gold or gold plated.
Love that.
And, with the rubies for eyes. But you know, you wipe some of that away, and as you're going, you bring it up, ready to pack it to come, you notice that the layer of soot has reformed on the part that you wiped away.
Okay. I'm a little concerned about putting this next to other things. You know what I mean? Like, if you put this in a bag with something else, like, will something happen to whatever it's touching?
Just gonna like light on fire, like.
Yeah, that's kind of where my head's at, yeah.
All right, why don't you hold it?
Just like forever?
I mean, like till we get back up to the captain.
Sure. I mean, I'll hold on to it, sure.
Oh, but I don't know if that's such a good. You're gonna give him the treasure?
This isn't the treasure; it's just
Why?
a treasure, and Kylam is shockingly uninterested in them.
That's fair enough. Fair enough. Just making sure you get
We'll
it
keep
back.
an eye on the captain, though.
Mm.
He might try and snag those.
All right. So both of you give me athletics checks.
All right, one more time, baby.
One more time. One more
Nailed
time.
it. Never didn't have it. Let's go. Come on.
Let's go.
There you
Let's
go. End of the day, treasure in hand.
Finally,
Uh,
victorious.
Both of you climbing back up,
Triumphant.
back to the captain to show him the booty.
Captain, we got the booty.
The booty! And I hold it like
high-five
proudly.
you. Oh. I thought you guys were done arguing about who's going to be on top.
Well, that's
No,
how
we
we
did-
got the booty.
Yeah, we didn't have to argue about that at all, actually.
Okay. How's the treasure?
This is some treasure. It is not Scarlet Kate's treasure, right?
No,
No. Still
but
treasure.
it is
though.
very magical and covered in gold and possibly also dangerous.
Yeah, we're a little nervous about it.
Honestly, this seems like the sort of thing that I wish we had Varanus around to more thoroughly investigate.
We're just to carry.
That too. He seems fire resistant, so.
Well, what are you going to do with it for now? And you notice, like, turning it over, yeah, it's hollow on the inside, and in fact seems to have been shaped to be worn as a helmet.
Does it continue to do this soot generation thing on the inside?
No, the inside is golden, even with some padding, you know, for helmet wear.
In that
Just-
case,
You
You put it
want
on
to
your
put it
head.
on, Buggo?
I mean, it
He's
looks
always
pretty
wished
cool.
you were bigger.
Halfling
That's
buck.
not
I don't know.
true, but I think I think it's pretty sporting, you know, like
Oh yeah.
strike
Can-
fear
can
into
you
my
see
enemies.
through those eyes, though, I'm a little concerned about.
Well, we'll just have to remove the rubies,
Sure. I mean, you know, if you want it, go for it.
or maybe the magic lets you see through the helmet.
You can't know until you put it on.
It's true. I'll put it on.
All right, you slip the helmet on, and instantly you feel a little more, well, a little bit more stronger in your back, a little bit more strength in your spine, or you will feel that upon attunement. But
I feel it beginning to work.
right, you feel the strength building within you, and you feel as if you could use, even now, you could use this helmet to gore your enemies.
Oh.
Nice.
And in addition, you also feel the tingling, the warmth, but not the burn of fiery magics at your command. And as you peer through the ruby lenses, you see the world in red and must make a DC XX intelligence saving throw.
Okay. Intelligence saving throw.
Is this your dumb stat? Oh, it is. It's his dumb stat.
Wisdom is technically worse.
We'll find out what happens to
Oh,
Bungo
boy.
next time.
Excellent.
on Voyage of the Fallen Star.
Bravo.
Right.
Man.
Bravo.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us this evening.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll hopefully get another session before I have a baby coming, but we'll see. We'll see. And then hopefully the schedule doesn't get too interrupted after that, but
Yeah, that's when the real we'll see.
Right.
I think kicks in as to
Yeah.
how special it's going to be and all that stuff.
This might be the most intense cliffhanger of all time.
Yeah.
We'll see. Literally. All right.
Bungo's seeing red. That's what he sees.
Indeed.
We're gonna
All
catch
right.
up to the rest of the party, and they're like, I'm all beaten and bruised from falling a million times, and Bungo is like a dumb, like Minotaur guy now.
Just become a
Captain's
tiny
a monkey.
Minotaur.
Like, what happened to you guys?
The secrets of the spur. All right. Again at some future time. And
Yeah. Some
Have a
future
good
time,
night.
some future channel.
Yeah. Take care. Happy gaming. Happy New Year. Holidays. All of it.
Yeah.
Take care.
Bye.